Welcome, bienvenue, aloha, good day. Welcome here to Bear Valley. Uncle Lee alongside Kevin Clarkey Clark. Give me some of that. How are you, brother?
Good to be back. Day 2, and what a difference the day has made. Bluebird out there dumped a whole bunch of new snow on the course. Cat driver was up there, moved that snow off. We've had to push it back a little bit. Athletes have worked on the track to smooth it out. It's going to be an unbelievable day. You've had an unbelievable day already.
Yes, I have. I did a few things on course to get rid of what are known as the death cookies. New snow, not great for racing on top of a frozen surface, so we're going to talk extensively about the race course. Before we do that, most people, including the racers, enjoy fresh pow. And I was told that by Tim Cohey and Brad Cumberland that I had to go out to Grizzly to make sure that Mother Nature Grizzly was skiing very well. So I took 2 laps, much against my own will. But I did the best I could, and I hit a GoPro start and record, and I think we're going to show the people at home what that looks like momentarily. And I threw some audio in thanking all our presidents here on President's Day weekend. Press the button, roll video. Here we go. The presidents on the weekend. Happy birthday to George. Happy birthday to Abe. Happy birthday, dear presidents. Thank you for making this country so brave. This does not suck, by the way. Bear Valley World Pro Ski Tour. Getting in, getting up, getting down, getting after it. Oh, hi. Get over here a little bit more. Some chunks. But you know, the big skis were through them. Happy birthday to our country. Yeah! Woo!
You are
This one's dedicated.
I'm so jealous. That was outstanding. I got to get some skiing done at this mountain next time we come back. What an unbelievable place.
It is. So if you've not been to Bear Valley, and welcome, by the way. For you folks that are listening live, we're doing kind of a dual modality, if that's even a word. Modality, that's what it is. We're speaking to you folks live here at Bear Valley. At the same time, we've got a World Wide Web feed going on. So you folks that have tuned in from around the globe, welcome into Bear Valley. You're taking a look on the screen right now at the McCollum Valley. There's a McCollum River that dumps off the backside of Kirkwood off of 88 and dumps into the valley, and this snow dumps off into the river there, and a lot of good whitewater rafting. We got a guy by the name of Aaron Tippett that knows this neck of the woods real darn good, and he says these valleys are full of water and runoff in the springtime. But right now, Kevin, it's all about snow, and I think we should set the stage for what we're expecting today.
So lots of new snow here at Bear Valley. The guys have done an incredible job getting the surface prepared. And then, of course, last night we picked up another several inches of snow, heavy snow. So put the cat on it, moved the snow off the course. So we bumped the start back to 12:45 as we get the final preparations done. The men will lead off. We'll start with a round of 16 for the men in the Bear Valley Pro Open. And then the women will be put into the field once we start the round of 8. So men will go 2 runs, dual elimination format. Should be super exciting. Bluebird Day. Track's going to be a little challenging on the bottom here, a little bit chunky, but the top looks pretty good, you said.
Yeah, the top is good. It's steep, and with the Bluebird conditions, our camera work will show you. There's a great shot right there. Cameras never do it true justice as to how steep it is. And see, these are some of the best ski racers in the world. They're going to make it look easy. It's a challenging course day. It's a super slalom. The men, we're starting with a round of 16. It's known as the Bear Valley Pro Open Super Slalom. And what's the ladies' event called today, Kevin?
Well, the ladies' event is called the SportsInsurance.com Classic, the women's super slalom. So there's 4 gals on the tour. They're sponsored by Sports Insurance. So pretty exciting to have those guys on board supporting the women. So the SportsInsurance.com Classic will start along with the men once we wind down through the round of 16. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday, Uncle Lee.
Yeah, some good skiing. It was Christian Sovek. He got the taste of that victory and that big $10,000 check in Aspen. He took the first win of the season there in Aspen and did pretty respectable in the second race. Came out here to Bear Valley, and what was the result?
So he's got 100 points to his name and $24,000 in the bank in 2 races. We got one more today. So out in front over Philippe Forchek with 85 points. Then it's Michael Ankeny right behind him with 78 points. And then your defending champion, Simone Breitfuss-Kamelander with 54. Ahead of him is David Ketterer. So these guys are all in the field. They'll be getting ready to go here at 12:45. Lots of sponsors to talk about.
There certainly is. Mazda's got a few vehicles that we witnessed this morning in action: CX-50, CX-90, the CX-5. A few of the athletes were actually left vehicles at the airport, and they were able to drive them up. Miha Kuner is like, this is great. He's got a Pro Ski Tour flag on it, and he's cruising up the CX-5. Really cool.
So we had Chris Hill in here yesterday. He did a little interview with Chris. Such a great guy. He absolutely loves skiing. So it's great to have a guy from a sponsorship that really likes skiing, like our buddy Hal.
Hal, good old Hal from Tough Shed. You know, he was out getting some on Grizzly and all over the mountain today. We'll see him along with the great sponsors that we have. We're going to talk about them all day long. 12:45 is our start time, and right about the 12:36 hour. So thanks to all the course workers. That's Kevin Clark. I'm Uncle Lee. We'll take a small break right now and be back with a lot more action when we return to Bear Valley.
Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
It would take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2,
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
what a moment.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
In general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport.
Racers ready?
Using my DNA vibe has allowed me to train harder, longer, and recover faster. Less days off, more time on the snow, beating my competitors. Having another option to be doing what we love and to continue to race, it just keeps the sport open and keeps you in it.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use that exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Legendary. Big mountain, big terrain. Famous for deep snow.
A storied past. Mountain greatness without the hassles. It's Tahoe without the Tahoe. Get there on scenic Highway 4. Oh yeah, the bear is back. Visit bearvalley.com.
It's that time of the day on President's Weekend, February 18th. Nice to have you here at Bear Valley. The Mother Nature quality of this day is fabulous. Uncle Lee alongside Kevin Clark. What's going to happen out here shortly, brother?
Well, the men's elimination round's about to get underway here with the Bear Valley Pro Open. So put behind schedule a little bit with all that new snow. Look, the beautiful shot at the start there. Wind has died down from what it was yesterday. The track is in great shape. The crew here has done an incredible job preparing the surface. So we start off with a round of 16. We'll send these guys down the hill twice and narrow the field to 8. And that time, we will bring the women into the round of 8. So we will alternate between men and women as they work our way through the day. Action will not stop as we get to alternate back and forth. So super exciting format, having the women race with the men, and the women will be the sportsinsurance.com Classic. Where's the check? Big check here from $10,000. There's one check for you and one for me. Let's head out to Mexico.
Exactly. Just put our name on it, walk into the bank, and say, hey, we're here.
So the big check's sitting alongside us as we get ready to run the men. A lot of hard work going into preparing the hill here. Big thanks to the crew here. They're just an amazing group. Working super hard. We got here and had a bunch of new snow. Well, that weather came through California there a couple weeks ago, and then more new snow on Wednesday night. So Kyle Rasmussen on the end of that hydrant hose, watering it down for days on end to get a good hard surface. And, of course, we get another 6-8 inches on top of it. So we're ready to go. Looking good out there. So gather around, folks, to check out some of the best ski racers in the world in the dual format, which is super easy to watch. 2 separate runs. The doors open at the top. If you get a chance, get up there, check that out. Over 3 jumps. When they cross the finish line, they start the timing, and then the second racer stops it, and we have a differential. Then they go back up and switch courses, see if they can make up that differential, and see who's going to advance into the next round. Uncle Lee?
Yeah, and on screen there for you folks that are watching at home, looking like the opportunity to throw some dye on course.
What he's doing is this is this technique they use here. They throw down a little bit of water, then he's got a bucket of salt right next to him. So that will help make the snow kick. It's like making ice cream.
Yep, it doesn't taste nearly as good. You definitely don't want your mouth down there. You want your edges of your skis going on down there. Something to let you folks listening live here at Bear Valley know, you can get on your mobile devices and let your friends, families, loved ones know that this is available to watch in the comfort of their homes. And the website is World Pro Ski Tour, WPST, on Facebook, the Facebook page, or CB Sports, not CBS, CB as in the clothing, sports.com. On that website, it's streaming, and you can check this thing out. For you folks that are actually listening and watching at home, we welcome you in no matter where you are. There's the die so that you can get good definition when you're coming at 30 miles an hour, racing somebody else to get over those jumps. 3 of them up there, Kev.
That's right. That's our friend David McVicker, who just came back from Masters Nationals and finished 3rd. So, guy in his 60s, another one of the great old crew we have here. Kylie up at the top, our starter. Barrett Stein working overtime getting this done. So big thanks to Barrett setting the course. Not an easy task, and the whole crew helping. John Jacobs, reliable racing, keeping his eyes on the midsection of the course. Lots of great staff.
On the screen right there, that turn that sort of looks like an S, that's mine.
That's right.
Yep. That was it. So thanks to all the course workers. We're going to take a small break right now. Come back with the racing action. And remember, here at Bear Valley, it's important to keep your kids on a leash, especially on President's Day weekend. Good to have you here for the World Pro Ski Tour. Second stop of 3. We'll be back.
Shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
Legendary. Big mountain, big terrain. Famous for deep snow. A storied past. Mountain greatness without the hassles. Tahoe without the Tahoe. Get there on scenic Highway 4. Oh yeah, the bear is back. Visit bearvalley.com.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2, it's gone.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
What a moment.
One 800 buy tough. Call for the store nearest you. Tough, buy tough.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
In general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport.
Racers ready?
Using my DNA vibe has allowed me to train harder, longer, and recover faster. Less days off, more time on the snow, beating my competitors. Having another option to be doing what we love and to continue to race, it just keeps the sport open and keeps you in it.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
to talk about? Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo estás? We are ready to get this party started. There's 4 runners in the gate. That means we're close, dangerously close to the start of the race. Kevin Clark, talk to us. Talk to us about what the mission of the 4runners is.
So the purpose of the 4runners, get the course of skis, see what it skis like, and see if our timing is up to the job for today. So how it works, the doors open up at the top, and out on course will go your athletes.
That's Nathan on the left,
Yeah,
Emma,
and Emma on the red.
Shockey on the red.
They did a good job in our GS yesterday in their 4-running efforts. Over the jump they go. Got to try to clear that flat area. So Nathan out in front. So again, in the elimination rounds, we do not start the clock when they leave the start. First athlete that crosses the finish line will start the clock, and the second one stops it, and then you have your differential. Then the athletes will go back to the top and switch courses and see if you can. Ooh, Emma had a little trouble up there. Well, she's
Emma got
back up.
She got tackled by a snow snake there, and there are some what we like to call ice cookies up there that have been slowly being pushed away. Nathan, nice work. He has a caring eye looking up top. And
there comes Emma. She's going to jump back in.
There you go, Emma. Even if you fall down, you get back up. If you miss a gate, you hike. That's what the coaches teach you. There you go.
Good job, Emma. She heads for the finish line.
Yeah, and Father Nick, proud as can be. Brother, drawing a blank on his first name, competed yesterday. And look at this. Like clockwork, right around the 1 o'clock hour, we are ready to rock and roll. It's going to be Christian Sovek on the red course. That's the right-hand side with the red gates looking up next to Squaw Valley boy, Nico Monfort. So Monfort he snuck in because Max Axelrod, another Squaw Valley, Palisades Tahoe now it's called, had an accident yesterday. So we're going to have Nico Monfort on the left-hand side with yesterday's victor and Aspen champ, Christian Sovek from Norway.
So Sovek leading the tour coming into this second race on Bear Valley. With 100 points over Philippe Porchek, out on track they go.
Ready to go.
2 runs in the round of 16. Slalom portion today. Oh, trouble on the blue course side. All kinds of out of shape for Nico. Running away with it now is Christian Sovek. So Sovek, number 1 yesterday. Looks like he's going to coast it down here. He knows trouble for Montfort. Gave him a little bit of breathing room to just get a feel for the course. Looks like it's a pretty decent shape. Looks like we got down to some harder surface underneath there. So big thanks to the race crew doing a good job, Cat Driver. So across the line he will go. He'll get the maximum differential today, Uncle Lee, which is 0.85.
0.85. So for Sovek, he was the beneficiary of a slight error by Montfort. You'll see up top here, it just digs that uphill ski in, and it slightly washes out. Nice save, however, and he swings his arm back around. Ooh. Yeah, and you know what? It's okay. He's got the max differential. They'll go back up and swap sides. Let's set the stage now for our next duel. It's going to be Kiefer Christensen, Redbeard from Alaska, up against Jeremy Lagier. Had a chance to talk to these gents last night. They're happy to be here. Christensen over on the red course, right-hand side looking up. Jeremy Lagier from France on the blue.
Christensen tied for 6th in the overall standings with Roman Frost. So here we go. Lagier and Christensen. Christensen red course side. Waiting for Kevin Kiley to start the cadence.
And take a look at the Christmas trees. They're going to light up, and then eventually they're going to go green. Green means go.
Out on track they go. Good even start for both. Lagier has figured out the starts. Christensen trails Lagier. Oh, Lagier hooks an arm. That spun him right around sideways. Here comes Christensen taking advantage of that into the next bump. Looks like about dead even. Christensen really picks his skis up to clear that knuckle. Back out front is Lagier over Christensen here. In their first of 2 runs in the round of 16 over the bottom bump. Lagier out in front, comfortable, second jump. So, course seems to be skiing well. It's going to get ruddy out there today. You're going to put your foot right in that track and ride it around as over the bump they go. And he drops down to bullet across the finish line first. And the advantage, 0.787.
Christensen holding on strong right there after Lagier had a little slide for life there. Held on strong. These skis all of 165 centimeters. Ladies around the 160 mark. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we got a lot more racing to shape up here. It's going to be Simone Breadfoot's Cumberlander against Joachim Milde. Our next duel, Milde on the blue course. SBK over on the red course. The Austrian skied for Bolivia in the Olympics, and he's looking focused and determined right now, Kevin.
So, Melde, rookie from Norway. Who did he make it to yesterday, Melde?
Out and around.
He went out around 8. So.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. Also, big golfer, loves mountain biking. Got a younger brother, and he's roommates with Henrietta Reston, who we'll see in the ladies' side of things, who had a good go yesterday. And the camera shot for you folks at home, that is Robbie Huntoon, legend of the Warren Miller world. He's got that shot right there. Happened to room with him this week. We had some great stories of yesteryear. Sending shout-outs to above Gary Nate, cinematographer extraordinaire for Warren Miller, who's passed on. And we're keeping things in focus today as Gary is sending down good blessings in the name of blue skies.
All right, Kevin Kiley, official starter. Checks with the athletes, see if they're ready to go. Simone says yes. Joachim says yes. So Caden starts, and green, out goes Kamalander with a smoking start. Left the rookie Norwegian behind. Out in front is Kamalander. He wasn't happy with his skiing yesterday, but he's back and fighting for slalom here. Into the next jump they go. Meldy's made up some ground on Kamalander. Kamalander had the stronger of the two starts. Down to pitch they go. It's Kamalander trailing now a little bit as they head for the flats. Kamalander needs to work that red course. Dead even races. They touch down. Maybe a little bit of an advantage for the Norwegian. Now he starts to scrub some speed off. Kamalander right there with him. No, it's a good, clean, even run in the first run of the round is 16. Down in the tuck they go across the line. It's going to be the advantage to Kamalander, 0.20. That went back and forth a couple of times. Guys are struggling to find the surface to stand on a little bit. It's a little bit soft out of line. You get your ski out in that soft snow and you don't get any energy out of it. So it went back and forth, and Kamalander takes away the 207.
Yeah, that's as close as it gets right there. Nice racing. Yeah, they're finding the rhythm. This course is, thank goodness for the Bluebird Skies. They're letting the ruts become defined. Let's shape it on up to the next one. It's going to be from Switzerland. Loic Schabel had some great competition yesterday. Ended up in the semifinals, or the small final, I should say. And Alex Puente Tesias from España, the 29-year-old. He is over on the red side of the course.
So 2 rookies getting ready to go.
Both of these guys, the 23-year-old Loic from Switzerland, part of the Westminster College ski team. Alex Puente Tesias from España. He is also a freshman at Westminster. Started college a little late at the age of 29. Want to thank our sponsors from Tough Shed to Mazda Surefoot, as well as Seiko Prospect. The winners of today's race, both men and women, will walk away with a beautiful Seiko watch and $10,000 cold hard American cash.
All right, looks like our starter is ready to get the cadence going.
Wait for the green. Here it comes, Cav. Here it
Schabel,
comes.
Out on track they go. Schabel found himself on the podium yesterday. Where is he going to be today? Against the pro from Spain. Over on the red course side, a little bit of advantage. Down on the tuck he goes, looking for speed. Every turn you're trying to generate speed. So over the jump they go. A little bit of a groove starting to form. As Schabel is out in front of the red course side, blue course side as they head for the next jump. Again, good even racing here in our first round, the round of 16. Again, still even as they come off the bottom jump. See who's going to cross that finish line first. Looks like his blue course, maybe an advantage across the line. We will go, and it's going to go to Schabel by 178.178 for the pro from Switzerland.
That's a blink of an eye right there. 0.178 advantage going into the next round, or the next race of this round, I should say. Now it's going to be local boy, sort of local boy, Nick Cohey. Lives up in Reno. His dad helps run this place. His name is Nick Cohey. Nick is going to be up on the left-hand side, the blue course. Philip Fjorchek, who is an Olympian. He's competed extensively on this tour, and he's having a great time. Always fast, so Nick's got his work cut out for him. The green is now. Talk to us, Kev.
So out on track they go. Looks like a really good start for Fjorchek. So big, so powerful. A little soft up there on the pitch. You get that ski out in the soft stuff, there's nothing to step on, and it doesn't give any energy back, and you lose that outside ski we talk about. Fjorchek, third yesterday, feeling out this first run. The round is 16. Again, really have to have a soft touch. You've got to adjust your touch according to the snow type. Last year it was bulletproof. This year in the slalom, forecheck low and wide there. Forecheck leads to be a little off the pace. Both these guys struggle a little bit in that pitch as they head for the bottom jump. Forecheck all kinds of crossed up when he comes off that bottom jump. He's going to cross first with a differential going to forecheck of a 3.44, and their first of 2 runs. 3.44 for Philippe Forecheck, who's number 2 in the overall standings on the tour right now. Forecheck.
Forecheck. Well done. Y'all getting a feel for how this is working and anticipating something special is Mr. Jack Shibley. He had a opportunity yesterday, and he's going to see if he can't match that again today. He's on the blue course. Over on the right-hand side, the Joker, Michael Ankeny, who had a pretty decent ride yesterday, but he's looking for a better one today. The lights drop from orange, 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 and green means go. Off there running.
Oh, all kinds of trouble on the blue course side as Ankeny gets away, and Shibley trying to time it, and he totally missed the timing. Let's see how Ankeny handles the course. The soft snow really not giving these skiers what they want out of the energy of the ski. Out in front is Ankeny. Get a little twisted there, all kinds of twisted there over that top bump. So Ankeny heads for the bottom jump now out in front, but here comes Shibley. So a little bit of a struggle with these guys to try to find that line low and bounce it around. Once those skis lose contact, it's hard to get any energy out of Shibley. Looks like he may get the run. Ankeny crosses first, and Ankeny wins the run. 0.045 to Ankeny. 0.45.
That is not a lot of differential. That's the blink of an eye as well. So they're going to go back up and swap it around, giving each other high fives. Rocking with the Surefoot banner today. Thanks so much for the bibs as well. Surefoot, if you need something done right with your feet, Surefoot is the place to get it done. Let's get going with heat number 7 here, or race number 7. Roman Frost from Germany against Miha Kurner from Slovenia. In the red course, it's going to be Roman Frost. He's got that black and white German kit on, where Miha Kurner, the Slovenian, he's got his good luck charm. Anya looking on. Hello, Anya, in New York City. Having a nice day back there. Let's see what your boy can do. Kurner from Slovenia in blue course. The German Frost on the red course, off and getting at it.
So doors opening up, down to pitch they go. The German gets a little bit of a jump on Kurner as they work their way into the top bump. The German has the edge. Now the red course is a take off and get the skis back to the snow as soon as possible. Good clean turns. Oh, all kinds of trouble for Miha. Let it run a little bit too straight, scrubbed a lot of speed off, and away goes the competition. Frost out in front now over the next jump. Let's see how they handle this. This has been trouble for a lot of these athletes to try to get some good purchase on the ski coming down that steep pitch, but he's in good shape. Oh, big kind of trouble.
Nice
Caught that
save.
inside edge. Here comes Miha. Took advantage of that mistake that the German made. Today is going to be about not making mistakes. The guy didn't get it run done without any mistakes. So turned it around. Miha wins the run point. 3.91. That went back and forth. They're all shaking their heads going, man, we got to figure this snow out. Here we go. Look at Kurner out in that soft snow, big time. And here comes Frost move right here. Look at he tipped in, dropped his inside shoulder, caught that inside ski, hooked on that uphill edge, pulled him way offline, and way went Kurner.
Yeah, nice save by both of those guys, and that's what it's all about. Tenacity, sticking in that line, and throwing out some gumption. Let's set it up top. We're going blue. Ketterer had a great time yesterday. Took second place. Runner up there, $4,000 richer. He's the German on the blue course. And you got Tyler Conrad, relative newcomer to this game, out of Hemsedal, Norway, married to Miss Bretta. It's coming to me. Hedda Bernson, who we'll see in the ladies' side of things. And our starter, Kevin Keeley. Kylie is ready to light things up, and there goes the tree down to orange, orange, orange. Give us some green.
So I think it'll be Ketterer would be my guess in this run. A lot more
Never
experience
know.
on the tour. You never know, though. You got to get it all done all the way down. Ketterer staying clean, smooth at the top of the turn. Looking kind of effortless right now. You got to have that soft touch on the soft snow. You can't just stand on it. It just breaks away. Ketterer in control of this run, the first of 2. The round to 16 to narrow it to 8. Then the women will run along after the men's runs. Ketterer out in front. And Conrad chasing him down. So it's going to be Ketterer at the bottom jump, heading for the finish line. Looks like he'll take away that maximum differential once he crosses the line of a 0.85 for David Ketterer over Tyler Conrad, the rookie from Norway.
0.85 advantage for Ketterer. Now the gentlemen will roll back up to the top, swap courses, do it all over again. and we're going to take a small break in the action. Yeah, all men, please head back up to the top ASAP. We want to start the second run of the round of 16. We'll be right back with more action here from Bear Valley on the second stop of the second day of the World Pro Ski Tour.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2,
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
So while we're waiting for the men to get back to the top for their second run of the round of 16, we're looking for slippers to try to push some of that soft snow out. So if you think you'd like to go over, check out the pro race, and you have the ability, we could use some help over here to side slip the course. Uncle Lee, you did some side slipping today.
I did. I moved some death cookies out of the way for sure. Threw them off to the side. We can't reiterate enough. All athletes, as soon as you have finished your race, high five each other, get back on the chairlift, and we're looking for expedience today for the men and the women. After this round, obviously, we're going to eliminate 8 people, but just be very judicious with your time as we are really up against the clock today. We want to have a nice, efficient race. So lean on one another and make sure you're not dilly-dallying down below, signing autographs, kissing babies, shaking babies, do whatever you do, okay? Thank you.
You can rest on the lift.
Exactly. Big props, big love goes out to Mazda. And also, John Jacobs and his lovely bride, Susan, doing the merch and reliable racing, from the fencing to the gates to the banners to the everything that you need to be having for an event. Reliable's got it for you. Been around since, 70?
God, his dad started
60s, 70s?
60s probably.
Yeah, way back. Like
long time.
When the rotary dial phone and the typewriter was a big deal. Way
So
back.
stop down and check out our merchandise, though. We got some really cool wearables from CB Sports, T-shirts, knit hats, baseball caps. So Susan Jacobs down there with some cool merch.
Yeah, she's basically giving them away for free with a non-refundable deposit. And so go down there and spend your hard-earned cash on some merchandise and wear it to homecoming, the prom, whatever event's coming up. And DNA Vibe is one of our sponsors. Kev, you have one of those, and after your knee surgery, you had that thing on religiously. Talk to us about
It
the
worked
DNA
a
Vibe.
lot. So it works with infrared and pulsation and heat. So it's a great way to recover from injuries. I'm going to need one for my shoulder now.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast as we age. Yeah, that's Kevin Clark. I'm Uncle E. We're having a good time. Got Ski Vintage World shirt on right here, ready for spring. Not even close to ready for spring. The word on the street from Coop Cooper, who is the director of communications for this place, along with Mountain High, China Peak, and Dodge Ridge, the Cali Pass resorts. He sends me updates at like 4 a.m. about weather, and he says, we got a big one coming in late tonight, 2 to 3 feet expected in the next 48 hours.
Wow.
Yep, it's coming in later than expected, so big storm coming in. Thanks, Coop, for all the updates, and thanks for Bear Valley for putting on this fantastic event. We got beautiful Bluebird Day right now.
So yeah, we had to keep the athletes moving. Second round of the round of 16 about to get underway here. Christian Sovek, yesterday's winner, with a .85 advantage over Nicola Montfort. So that'll be your first pair. And then it was Legier and Christensen. Legier, the Frenchman, with the advantage, as we see some side slippers coming down. Try to move some of that chunks, as we call them in skiing, death cookies. On this bottom pitch has got a few of those. So
yeah, getting a little slip on it. So next up's going to be Sovek, who won yesterday, won in Aspen. He's going up against Nico Montfort. So Montfort coming out of the Squaw Valley area. They've renamed it Palisades Tahoe, but for it's originally called Squaw, forever Squaw. He was on the U.S. Ski Cross team, two-time national champion, UNR, that's the University of Nevada Reno ski team captain for a couple years, looking for a sponsor. You know what he does? What Nico does, him and his brother?
you're going to tell me.
I thought you told me, but I got it on my notes here. Truck House. He's the chief operating officer of Truck House. They take, it was Robbie that told me last night. They build off-road campers. So they take, like, let's just say a Dodge Ram 3500, right?
Yeah, I've got a Transit right now that I'm building now.
Are you?
So they
Okay.
do that?
Yeah,
so
so
they
similar.
build adventure vans.
No, actually more the kind of cab over type.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they're not cheap,
Big
right?
business these days.
Big
is
business,
that
and they're
adventure vehicles.
They're pushed back. Their weight is upwards of 6 to 8 months, probably just like the transit vans, right?
Yeah.
The build out. So that's what Nico Montfort does. And then you got next to him Sovek, who shows up this year and just put the hammer down in Aspen, walked away with the victory, and did the same thing here at Bear Valley.
So first and a second in Aspen, and the first yesterday with the advantage. So those were the athletes that just did that slip. So it's going to be a few minutes before they get back around, trying to get that track cleaned up. Saw some of these guys struggle a little bit in that first round with that soft snow. They're not to what they're used to. We try to get the track as hard as possible, but Mother Nature put down a nice blanket of snow that you got to enjoy.
Yeah, that was nice. Yep. And that guy on screen right here, he's setting up to do a double backflip off that rock right there.
Send
You
it
folks
big.
at home.
Oh,
No,
no.
he just missed it. Dang.
Looked like Michael Ankeny.
That's what happens when you hook an edge. You miss your cliff jump right there. So Bear Valley is a location. It is closest to flying to Sacramento. You can do San Jose, work your way up through the Gold Country Highway 4, and it basically dead ends because the Ebbets Pass area is covered with about 10 feet of snow right now. The ride through California, I think it's called. There's a road bike race, and there's also something called the Death Ride. It goes up and over Ebbets Pass, Sonora Pass. It's one of the
That's what that Death Ride is.
It's just
one of the sponsors.
Yeah, it's a gnarly event. Speaking of gnarly, you need to get your night going. Jägermeister is how you're supposed to start your night, I was told.
So we had the shot skis out last
Oh,
night
God.
down at the lodge.
How'd that go?
It went well, except for if you're two short people with two tall people trying to do a shot ski. I was up on my tiptoes.
There's a
trying
height
to
requirement?
making sure I didn't wear my Jaeger. And we had a lot of fun with the shot skis. Jägermeister, the official shot drink of the World Pro Ski Tour. And Celsius, Ed Rogers was sipping a Celsius last night, the grand poobah of ski racing. Ed, I said, Ed, it
There's
might
a lot of
keep you up.
caffeine in those,
Yeah,
Ed.
it might keep you up. It didn't.
It
He's
did
my
not.
roommate.
Oh, he
It was
is?
fine.
Ed Rogers been doing this since the 60s. If you know who Ed Rogers is at home, he's a staple of this pro ski tour, one of the founders of it. His storytelling is second to none, as you know,
Dude,
Kev.
I've been all over the world with Ed, and he remembers things that I don't even begin to remember. He's 85 years old now, and I met Ed when I was 21.
Yeah.
Raced on his tour. It was the New England Pro Ski Classic, and then it was the Peugeot Pro Tour, and then he had Audi, and around and around. And
didn't Virginia Slim step in there for a while
that
too?
was before that.
Okay.
That was before that. But yeah, we've always nice to have an automobile, and Mazda hooking up the athletes, letting those guys get up the hill in those beautiful Mazdas.
You know,
great perk.
Yeah, Ed Rogers, love you long time. That image you're seeing, that shot right there, I believe that's Jeff Ingebrigtsen's shot, the captain as we call him right there. There's a whole bunch of legendary cinematographers, videographers on course today. We send a shout out to all of them working very hard. They stand on a platform of very warm boots and clothing all day long, and they got special exercises they do so they don't get too stiff. And we want to thank every one of them. Darby is out in the mix. Darby
had 6 coats on yesterday.
6 coats. We're not talking about paint either.
He's underneath the hood of coats.
Darby, that's Darby's shot right there, shooting up the hill, getting the long shot. He's been doing camera work for over 55 years.
He was doing camera
and he's only
work for
57
us
years
in the-
old.
He was doing camera work for us in the 80s. So we were just telling some good Darby stories. If you hear us, buddy, we can't repeat them on the air, but they were really, really good.
Well, it's a family resort. Yes. So you folks listen to this. We're filling time right now, and we will be back with the racing momentarily. The men's round of 16 second run is coming up shortly. We'll take a break. Be right back here for the World Pro Ski Tour Bear Valley. welcome back. Just about ready to go with the second run of the round of 16 of the men. Then the ladies will get their game faces on and dial it in for what's known as the sportsinsurance.com Classic. 8 ladies going to go head-to-head. We'll chop it down eventually to a final 2. And the winner of that will walk away with 10,000 big ones. Erin Milzinski is the name on the ladies' side of things. Won both races here last year. Took a first and second in Aspen this year. Walked away with the Tour Championship. We'll talk about her when we get there. But right now, Kevin, I think it's important to talk about the people that pay the bills, starting with, who do you want to start with?
Let's start with Celsius. So
Yeah.
we've been enjoying our Celsius up here, keeping us energized, all kinds of great new flavors. Our friends of Celsius are down in the finish on the plaza, and they're giving away free cans of Celsius. So
This one, Kevin,
that's
is
one you really like.
Sparkling Mandarin Marshmallow Edition. I'm getting up after it right now.
I had a little prickly
good.
pear yesterday, which was quite delicious. The hottest new brand in the energy category, and they just signed Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari.
Holy shnikes.
So Celsius now is a sponsor of Team Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton. They're not even sold out of the country at this point. So they're about to explode worldwide. Celsius, great to have these guys on board. Tough Shed, of course. You watch those crazy Tough Shed ads. We love the Tough Shed ads. Hal, so creative.
And
So-
see this right here for you
the
folks who don't.
Seiko.
There it is. It's a Seiko. It's not a Mazda watch. Mazda's a car sponsor. Seiko is the watch sponsor. So when you walk away with the title, like yesterday, Sovek, he walked away with a nice new
It's
Seiko
his
Prospect.
Second watch.
Second watch, yep, for both wrists. And then today, winners will walk away with it as well. How about the Mazdas? Did you see the CX-50 and the 90 right in front of the lodge this morning?
Oh, I did not. We were here before they arrived, but beautiful automobiles. The interiors are so nice. I love the brown leather and just the black. It's just a gorgeous car. Chris been having a good time skiing with Dan Flavin, putting together the Mazda sponsorship. So psyched to have Mazda on board. So
Yeah.
are the athletes when you get a free rental car.
Yeah, Mihal Kuner from the SFO airport got to drive that thing up. That's beautiful as well. DNA Vibe, we talked about them. If you need boots done right, Surefoot, they've been in business a long time. When you focus on one thing, and boots are like this. Kevin, give me a handshake real quick, right? Do you want your boot to fit like that? You want it like this.
Yeah,
you want it to be a
nice,
firm handshake,
grip.
right?
Yeah.
Because your boot is the steering device with your foot in it that controls the twigs or the skis. So if you don't have control of your boot, it's not fitting right, you go to Surefoot. So anybody listening there, get out to Surefoot. They're all over the country, as well as Gorsuch Sports, been around since the 60s.
Gorsuch hosted us when we were in Aspen in their shop right at the base of the mountain. Super cool to have Gorsuch on board. My wife's favorite catalog, the Gorsuch catalog.
Yeah, you hide that, and she hides your Victoria's Secret. I'm not sure that's a crime. And the
As we
course
digress.
as we digress, yes. Can't go wrong with Kevin's thong.
So,
CB Sports. So we're talking about thongs on the feet, folks, because the spring's right around the corner. CB Sports. So CB Vaughn started this company in the 60s. I recall as a youth seeing the CB clothing on certain people in the stores, and I saved $50 of my paper route money and bought the gray with the blue stripe with the
I
pouch.
had one of those.
Yeah.
The slate blue.
The slate blue, yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yep.
Wore that thing to a shred. You can stop down and see Susan in the merchandise tent as you enter the base lodge, where you can find some cool CB pullovers and jackets and hats.
Yeah.
T-shirts.
All that stuff, bumper
all kinds
stickers.
of swag.
Yeah, and how about Reliable Racing? We talked about them. Everything you see pretty much on this course is brought to you by Reliable Racing. In ski racing media, a lot of you folks watching at home on Facebook or cbsports.com, we know that you're ski racing aficionados. We hope you're having a nice Sunday on President's Weekend. Thanks to George and Abe for doing what they did for the foundation of this country. And ski racing media really tuned in to what's going on in the media world. Looks like we got something going on up there, Kevin. What do you see with your eyes?
So Christian Sovek and Nicolo Montfort getting behind the start doors to take on their second run here in the round of 16. We'll narrow it to 8. Once we finish this round, the women will start their first run of the round of 8. So you're looking at Sovek, your two-time winner, the rookie on tour, leading with 100 points over Philippe Forchek and Michael Ankeny.
On course.
So you saw his doors open early. That's because he had it 0.85 advantage over Montfort. So it's Sovek.
Oh,
Montfort
hanging there.
all over
Oh,
the
going
place.
switch into the fourth gate.
Yeah.
No extra points for that, but he's okay.
He's not happy about it, but he had his work cut out for him. Sovek had the maximum differential. Hard to beat the guy that is leading the tour. So as you get paired up, the fastest race the slowest in our format. So as the ladder progresses, the best guys meet in the finals, and it's your champion from yesterday,
Sovek.
Christian Sovek.
The Screaming Viking, the Norwegian. So take a look at Nico up here. Gets his left shoulder behind him, then he drives it forward, slides out onto his hip, and look at the save right there.
Man.
Tries to get it back together, bows his head, says, I'm going to go fakie here.
Wow,
And
that was that could have gone bad.
that could have gone bad, because those tails on slalom skis are incredibly stiff. You know, these are 165s. There's no room for error. You can see Nico just saying, like a vault.
I think I pulled a hamstring just watching that.
Nico, great to have you here, my friend. We'll see you back for World Cup Palisades next weekend. Kiefer Christensen's on the left-hand side, the redheaded kid from Alaska, 31 years young, married, ready to rock. He's going up against Jeremy Lagier from France. What's the differential, Kev?
So Lagier, that was a battle. They went back and forth. Lagier came out on top with a big 7.87 advantage for the Frenchman. So his door's open ahead and drops down the pitch, getting some good edge angle. The top of the turn looks like we're finding a little bit of a surface they can work to ski on now as he heads for the first bump. Clean and smooth as we watch Christensen try to make up some ground. He got a lot of work to do with a 0.7 advantage for the Frenchman. Skiing clean. You got to put your foot in the rut with a little bit of a bobble there. Here comes Christensen trying to put the pressure on, but he's needed about a gate to pick up a 0.7 out front. It's still Lagier heading for the finish line
Oh, it's
first.
going to come down to it, Kev.
So,
Ooh, what do you got?
finish line. Ooh, Christensen turns it around on him at the bottom by 0.020.
Get out of here.
Unbelievable comeback for Christensen at the finish line.
Look at this.
That was an amazing comeback for Christensen.
Oh, Christensen on the blue course reaching for his life, and he's able to do the unthinkable and knock out Lagier. So Christensen is advancing on to the next round. Impressive.
I had him written off there, and he just turned it around.
He just showed
the
you
last
what was
four
up.
Gates. Absolutely.
Red course, Joachim Milde from Bergen, Norway, up against Simone Breitfuss Kammerlander, skiing for Bolivia in the 2018 Olympics, but the pride of Austria. He is on the blue course. What's the differential, Kev?
So Simone carries a 0.207 advantage. The blue course doors will open first for Simone. Simone, your defending tour.
And we'll have a peek back. Kev, what do you see right here from SBK?
Let's see, watches. Oh, he hooked his tip.
Oh, it went through.
He hooked his tip, went through. It wasn't his arm.
Yeah, so
he knew at that point that was a DQ, and then things started to.
Yep, did not pull an AJ Guinness.
Unfortunately, not happy, obviously, with that situation. So back to the top we'll go.
I will say this, SBK, always a pleasure to have you out here. You're a strong, worthy competitor, last year's tour champion, and we're glad you're okay, my friend. Let's move on. Alex Puente Tacias is on the blue course. Loic Schabel is on the red course.
So Schabel holds the advantage there, Uncle Lee, by 0.178. Close margin there for the pro from Switzerland, who's now over on the red course side as we get a little course maintenance going on. Fix that.
Yeah, thanks to all anybody who's spent time on the course today, whether with the mountain, with the pro tour, or just even volunteered your time, thanks a million for the support, the love, and making this course what it is. We're at Bear Valley for you folks who just happen to tune in on the World Pro Ski Tour Facebook Live page. Also, if you're skiing around here at Bear Valley, you can send this information to your friends and family. cbsports.com. cbsports.com is a live site, as well as Facebook for World Pro Ski Tour. All athletes, once again, right back up top. If you've advanced, back up to the top. And anyone's been eliminated, we could use slippers as well, back up to the top.
So the ladies should be heading back up there because we only have 4 more pair to narrow it to 8. And as soon as we complete the second run for the men in the round of 16, we will start the ladies' first run of the round of 8. So ladies need to head to the top. Here comes Simone. Ski it out here. Tough break for Camelander as we wait for Tassis and Schabel. You'll be your next pair.
Yeah, first Spaniard on the World Pro Ski Tour in some time, Alex Puente Tacias. He'll be over on the blue course. That's the left-hand side with all the blue. Looking up. And on the red course, Loic Schabel from Switzerland.
So Schabel fourth yesterday, the rookie from Switzerland, taking home $1,200.
You know what I love about his bio, as we mentioned yesterday, his career highlights. My future win at the World Pro Ski Tour. So he's anticipating it. Here we go.
Schabel gets advantage as the doors open for him. 0.178 ahead of the pro from Spain. Schabel, down the pitch she goes in good shape, leading into the first jump is Schabel, but here comes the pro from Spain, putting the pressure on him. Schabel really makes some quick moves to stay on line, gets some pressure at the top of the turn. As off the next jump they go. A little bit of a bounce on Schabel as Tassis. Oh, Schabel is out.
What a
and on
save.
will go Tassis to face Melde.
Tacias with some excellent focus. He just punches it across the finish line. And look, what a save. We're going to take a gander back off the roller, and he just spins it around. You'll see on this, after this gate here, it gets wide, and
Just lost that outside ski. Nothing to stand on.
No, those tails are
look at him.
short.
That's classic right there.
That is it.
Michael Ankeny, you've been up here in the finish corral. A couple new jokers.
Yep.
So good fun.
Yeah.
Great camaraderie here in a tour. It's so much different than amateur racing. You know, good light-hearted fun with each other. But when you're on course, it's all business, and this guy's all business. Philippe Forchek. Forchek was third yesterday. He was your fastest qualifier. I believe he won the speed run. Yes, no, he was fastest
26 and
qualifier,
change, wasn't he?
But
Yeah.
he didn't win the speed run. Loic won the speed run with the fastest combined time.
Yep.
Picking up an extra $100 and 5 points.
That's Philip. We've been calling him Philippe, and I talked to him last night. Philip Fjorchek from Czechia, fast as can be. And Nick Cohey, married man, young son Mac, rooting him on down below. On course.
Oh, a little bit of a bobble for Forchek as Cohey takes advantage of that at the start. Strong start from Cohey as he works the pitch, trying to keep close. After the first run, it was Forchek by .344. So, Forchek out in front. So, still these guys don't get that turn done to the top. Getting that soft snow takes the ski away. Forchek out front in control here over the second jump. Cohey trying everything he can to keep the pressure on the outside ski, close the gap. We've seen some things get done here at the bottom. Looks like Forchek's got a comfortable lead to cross that line and advance into the quarterfinals. Philip Forchek.
Yeah, and Cohey giving it all he had after a few power runs today over on Grizzly this morning, showing some of the other racers the great free skiing that this mountain has to offer. So Cohey doing it for the family, studying hard to preserve the future of his life with his wonderful family, Megan, kids Mac and Wiley, and mom and dad looking on. Nice job, Nick. Let's go on. It's Michael Ankeny and Jack Shibley. Ankeny on the blue course, Shibley on the red course. What's the differential, Kev?
So these guys went back and forth. Ankeny had the advantage for quite a time, but then Jack Shibley closed the gap on Ankeny. Ankeny holds a .045 advantage. Ankeny out front over Jack as they work the top pitch, heading for that first of 3 big jumps. Over the jump goes Ankeny in control. Let's see how he skis the midsection of the course. Good edge angle, high in the turn, good pressure on that outside ski, getting the turns complete, not getting in the soft snow. Ankeny looking good over the next jump. This is where things get tricky. Throws a little stivot there to get the angle right before he sets the edge. Ankeny down the pitch. Taken away on this one. Over the bottom jump goes Ankeny. Looks like it's going to be all Ankeny into the quarterfinals to face Forchek. Goes the Joker, Michael Ankeny.
Kev, that might have been the smoothest run we've seen on either course today. So Ankeny figuring out the right rhythm. The Joker would like to see himself rise to the top. The Ripper from Buck Hill, Minnesota. Great to have you out here, Ankeny. We'll see you in the round of 8.
Winner of our second race at Aspen several weeks ago at our first stop on tour. Michael Ankeny in third in the overall standings right now with 78 points.
You can do it. Okay, let's go to Slovenia versus Germany. Up top, you see a gentleman in a German kit. That is Roman Frost, 24 years young out of Westminster College. Mia Kuhner with his good luck charm. Anya, his wife, watching. over in New York City. What's the differential, my brother?
So Cooner holds a .391. His doors will open first. Out on track he goes over the rookie from Germany, Roman Frost, and down the pitch it's Miha out in front. It's like he's struggling with the snow type a little bit, not skiing to the way we usually see Miha ski. Got to be smart up there. Got to get the edge angle high, as I talk about. So Miha's feeling some pressure now. Roman Frost, the rookie German, trying to close the gap off the second jump. It's Frost right there alongside Miha. Looks
He's
like Frost
gaining.
might be starting to take the tide to him as they go over the bottom jump.
Well, he is,
Cooner
you're right.
touches down. Here comes Frost on the blue course side. Who's going to cross first? Looks like Miha.
What do you see?
So the winner is Frost, .02626 one-hundredths of a second.
Oh, my.
At the finish line, on goes Frost into the quarterfinals. Who will he be facing? David Ketterer, Tyler Conrad next.
Yeah, that was some great racing by both those lads, and Miha Cooner just getting edged out 2/100ths of a second. And there's a quick snapshot of what that looked like at a blistering quick pace. So we look back up top. Oh, Canada. Tyler Conrad, rocking the Canadian outfit, also skiing for Norway. He's on the left-hand side. The red, David Ketterer, the German, married to one Racy Stiegler. I bet Racy is watching today. Hello to baby Rosie. And Ketterer right here, he took second place in $4,000 worth of extensive diaper fund yesterday. And we'll see what he can do as he's got an advantage.
You know, David's sponsored by Mazda now, big Mazda logo on his helmet, and he has a Mazda drive for the winter. So he has the advantage, .85. His doors are going to open significantly earlier than Tyler Conrad. Conrad can do what he can to keep close to David Ketterer. So Ketterer with that kind of advantage, he's going to ski conservatively, try to save some energy. So a long day to win a pro race, like 8 runs. So Ketterer, the German, with that 0.8 advantage over the first run, but you really can't get too relaxed on your skis. Got to make sure you get that turn done early. Ketterer in control the second run, and over the next jump he will go. That's where things start to get a little bit tricky for a lot of these athletes. That second jump pitch is pretty steep and get a little bit of chatter going to it. Hard to keep that pressure on the ski when it bounces. So Ketterer is going to move into the quarterfinals to face the rookie from Germany, Roman Frost.
He had great success here last year. 2 first places. That's Ketterer, a third in Taos. Took a second yesterday, so the podium is a comfortable spot for Mr. Ketterer as he goes on from 16 to the round of 8. And I believe that wraps up the men right now. We'll take a small break and get ready for the women. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast by the sportsinsurance.com Classic Women's Super Slalom coming up next.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Let's get back to the top as soon as possible. We want to keep that nice sun on the hill for you, so you've got good visibility. Beautiful bluebird day out there. Big weather coming, so let's keep it flowing, athletes, so the people can stay entertained as we work our way through the first round for the women in the round of 8 here. The sportsinsurance.com Classic. Sports Insurance putting up the purse for these athletes, so pretty cool to have sports insurance as a sponsor stepping up to support these women.
Yeah, half of this field is sponsored by Sports Insurance. You got a team: Caitlin Harsh, Tuva Norby, Tegan Wold, Aaron Milzinski. That is the Sports Insurance team here, and we're happy to have them in the mix.
That's a strong team. So Milzinski and Michaela O'Brien will be your first pair, the Canadian, 2 Canadians, and then Tegan Wold, the rookie American, and then Henrietta Reason. That'll be your second pair, and then former Tour champion Tuva Norbe and Lucia Bailey, Canadian, rookie, and Hedda Bernstein, rookie from Norway, and then Caitlin Harsh, who made history yesterday, skiing into the field with the men.
Yeah, that was impressive. And Hedda Bernstein, we're going to talk a lot about her. She has competed on this tour before. She is by far the most decorated athlete of anybody, men or women, in this. We'll talk about her when we get there. From telemark to alpine to ski cross, now World Pro Ski Tour, she truly embodies the Norwegian alpine ism. Ran out of words there.
So 8 women about to face off here. And then once they complete their first run, we will start the first run for the men's round of 8. And back and forth we will go until we have our finalists on this gorgeous day at Bear Valley. And I'm jealous you got to get out and ski some POW, but that was outstanding. Your video was epic.
It was a requirement. Both Gavin and Liam Scott said I had to do it. Colin McCabe said I had to do it. Bob was pretty much indifferent because he's always on the radio in a headset. And then Colin and Baker said, get out there and go get some. So I did. And there's what it looks like. SportsInsurance.com Classic. Women's Super Slalom. It's a couple of Canadians, don't you know? Milzinski and O'Brien starting it off. Tegan Wold and Henriette Riesen, who came on strong. Both of those two gals impressed as the relative newcomers to the game this year. Tuva Norbe, a previous tour winner of this event a couple years ago. Lucia Bailey, the Canadian, she's new to the game. And Hedda Bertson, Caitlin Harsh. That's what's going to come down the mountain. And a big shout out goes to Hayden Scott, the entire EVE Productions crew. From all these tour stops, we'll roll into Palisades Tahoe after this for the Stiefel Palisades Tahoe Cup, the part of the FIS World Cup Tour. It goes giant slalom Saturday, slalom Sunday. That's next weekend if you're in the Tahoe area. Then we'll pack it up and head over to Aspen, where that same tour will take place for 3 days of racing. So if you folks that know World Cup racing, you know that Solden, Austria had a canceled GS race back in October. The redo, the makeup race, is going to be on Friday, March 1st, followed by another GS March 2nd, and then March 3rd will be the slalom. That's in Aspen.
So we're looking for racers that have been eliminated. You guys that went out in the round of 16. If you could get up there and help us put a slip on the course, that'd be much appreciated to try to keep the track nice for the rest of the day. A lot of runs to be pounded out on this course. So any athletes that are still around in the finish corral, please head back on up and help us out with the side slipping. I see the race department up there doing that little water and salt to try to firm it up in a couple of turns that are starting to break up, as we say.
You want to hear a good salt story?
Okay.
So, Deer Valley Resort a couple weekends ago for freestyle, you're supposed to put a certain type of salt on the jumps to make them fast. The wrong salt was put on the triple kickers, and it became glue instead of quick.
Really?
Yeah, so there was no triple jumping going on that weekend.
That's not good.
Did you just see a bubble float by the screen?
I saw something.
Was that me? Am I seeing things again?
Yeah, again.
Love this Celsius. Not so much the Jaeger. Hey. So again, folks, great to have you here at Bear Valley. If you're watching live and you're hearing this through your ear holes out of the speakers, great to have you here at Bear this President's Weekend. Let your friends and families know they can watch this and maybe see you in the background of this or on a chairlift at World Pro Ski Tour Facebook page or cbsports.com. Not CBS, cbsports.com. Ooh, I'm looking up and I see the ponytail, the red of Aaron Milzinski, the Canadian 4-time Olympian, loading then unloading, and Michaela O'Brien, Mick from Montreal. So a couple Canadians. We'll start the ladies' event in just a minute. Right now, we're going to take a small break as there's a course hold, and we'll be right back with the start of the SportsInsurance.com Classic Women's Super Slalom. we have what's known as a loading event. That's right. We're putting athletes into the gate up top. Looks like the ridge of low pressure is going to start to build here in a little bit. We want to thank all the course workers for throwing salt and water and doing excellent work making sure this is as safe as possible. Okay, take a look up the hill. Erin Milzinski, the 33-year-old out of Collingwood, Canada. She calls Georgian Peaks her home. So much success on this tour. Overall champ last year. Looking for another victory on this slope as she had last year. Over on the blue course is going to be Michaela O'Brien. For you folks at home, there's Milzinski staying focused. What do you like so much about the Erin's racing?
She's just got such a great touch. She's always in balance, really smooth, really clean. So let's see how the ladies handle this tough track. A lot of chatter marks up there, hard to keep that ski arcing when it starts to bounce. She's out front over Michaela O'Brien. She is your defending tour champion and current leader of the tour this year, winning an Aspen with $14,000 in the bank. Milzinski off the next jump. So see how she handles that pitch. That's where there's been some trouble for the men up there, but she handles it. A little bit of a bounce in those steep sections. Hard to keep that ski arcing when it starts bouncing. It's going to be Milzinski across the finish line with a maximum differential on their first of 2 runs in the round of 8.
Well played, Miss Milzinski. First lady to win a Slalom World Cup for Canada since 1971, a few years back. And really impressive. And you see her skill set, the 4-time Olympian, lay it down. Michaela O'Brien, got a little work cut out for you in the second run. Nice job, ladies. Head back up top, please.
Tegan Wold and Henrietta Reason moving behind the start gates. Wold, the American rookie, on the red. Reason from Norway on the blue.
Had a nice conversation with Reason, and she's going to see what she can lay down on the blue course out of Westminster College. She's graduated, and she's on the blue course. Tegan Wold, impressed with her skiing in Aspen. Let's see what she has going on here at Bear.
Wold with a strong start, gets the jump on Reason. Down the pitch they go. So Wold handling the course well as it's anybody's race. Here comes Reason, pull alongside. Oh, a little bit sideways over the top jump, loses contact with the snow. Starts that ski a bouncing like we continue to talk about today. Got to get your foot in that turn early. There's a little bit of a rut starting to develop, so you got to use that rut out in front of the blue course side. Now she's struggling sideways after that second jump. It's steep, and it's really hard to get that ski to come around like you like. Off the bottom jump on the blue course, and leading right now, Reason from Norway crosses the line first with the advantage of a .556. So 5.56 for Reason.
5.56. Reason finds the time. Advantage over Wold. They'll go back up top and swap courses. Again, ladies, head back up top, would you please, as we set our stage now for the next ladies' battle. On the red course, the Norwegian previous champion of the tour 2 seasons ago, Tuva Nordby, going up against a Canadian, 25 years young, Lucia Bailey. And it looks like our starter is ready to send them down the mountain.
So ladies all having a friendly card game. That's over now when they're in the base lodge. Here we go out on track. Gets the jump on the red course side. It's Tuva Nordby with plenty of experience coming out behind the start doors. So Nordby over Bailey, the Canadian, is ahead for the first jump. Nordby out front by about a half a gate as she touches down. Good pressure at the top of the turn. A little bit of bounce through those steep turns. When those skis hit, they just want to release, and that forms that chatter. She's out front. Nordby starting to feel some pressure now as Nordby still leads. Oh, trouble on the blue course. She gets sideways for Bailey, losing all of her speed. As we watch Nordby touch down off the bottom jump, she's going to head for the finish line with a comfortable advantage in her first of 2 runs in the round of 8. Nordby with a .85 advantage.
Yeah, Nordby is doing all sorts of wonderful things for society, living in Aspen, coaching U10s, part-time coach. He's also a data engineer, working on her master's at the University of Utah. So, Tuva, always a pleasure to have you out in the mix, part of the sports insurance team. Let's move it on over to Norway versus USA. Caitlin Harsh, who had a little bit of success yesterday, making it into the round of 16 in the open division. She'll be featured on the blue course. And Hedda Bernsen, she is on the red course from Hemsedal, Norway. At 47 years young, a lifetime of experience on skis. Taking a deep breath.
So Bernstein facing off the number 2 in the overall, third, the overall standings. Caitlin Harsh, who you mentioned before. Got her way into the open division, raced against the men, but she had her work cut out for her. Skiing at Sovek, I believe it was, in the first round. Let's see how they go in their first run here in the round of 8. Out of track they go. Looks like jump on the blue course side a big way. As you would imagine, Caitlin Harsh knows how to come out from behind those start doors super quick. Bernstein trying to figure out the cadence, the timing for that start. Ooh, she's wild and wide coming off the jump. Caitlin Harsh, but gets it back together, gets on line. Handling it fine. Let's see how she goes over the second jump. This is where things get a little bit bouncy as Harsh skis it clean. Bernstein trouble. She drops low, misses the second gate after the jump. So, going to be a .85 advantage going to Harsh in their first run. They'll go back to the top and switch courses. The men should be back at the top now to begin their first run, the round of 8, Uncle Lee.
That's right. Caitlin Kendall Harsh with the wings out. New Year's baby, 1101 at 23 years of age. She gives Hedda a little high five. So in the name of Hedda with that lime green pock suit on right there, let's just break it down while we have an opportunity here. So I know I did a little bit of research. There is no other female that has done what she has done. She's a world champion in telemark back in the 20th century. She took a bronze at the Alpine World Championships in slalom in 01, Olympic silver medalist in skier cross in 2010, and she's got a couple of X Games skier cross silver medals, and also 3-time NCAA All-American. So talk about someone who's dedicated her life to the sport of ski racing, and she's done just that. Now she's at the World Pro Ski Tour. So exactly, she could be the mother of most of these girls, and she's still doing it. So we're taking a short break. We'll be back with the men's round of 8 first run. Stick with us here at the World Pro Ski Tour, Bear Valley.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
It would take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2,
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use that exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes, in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
Legendary. Big mountain, big terrain. Famous for deep snow. A storied past. Mountain greatness without the hassles. It's Tahoe without the Tahoe. Get there on scenic Highway 4. Oh yeah, the bear is back. Visit bearvalley.com.
In general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport.
Racers ready?
Using my DNA vibe has allowed me to train harder, longer, and recover faster. Less days off, more time on the snow, beating my competitors. Having another option to be doing what we love and to continue to race, it just keeps the sport open and keeps you in it.
Welcome back. The location is Bear Valley. If you're here, you know that. If you're watching on TV, you're Bear Valley, which is in the central part of California. Did you know, racers, every single one of you, back on the lift ASAP. Like as soon as you're done, high five someone, get back on the chairlift and go up to the top. Wait there and check in with the starter. That way, we'll get done efficiently today. So again, all racers back on the chairlift, lickety split, and get up to the start. It does us no good having you down at the bottom. Thank you very much, the management. All right, what do you got for us, Kev?
So we've got the first run of the round of 8 coming at you. Next is going to be Sovek, your defending champion from yesterday, and one win in Aspen, and second place leading the overall tour standings, facing off against Kiefer Christensen, their first of 2 runs in the quarterfinals. And then it's Joachim Melde, the rookie from Norway, and then it's Alex Puente Tassis, the rookie from Spain, skiing well to knock out Loic Schabel today. Schabel was on the podium yesterday. And then it's Vorchek and Ankeny, your next 2 pair. And then it's Roman Frost, the rookie from Germany, and another German, David Ketterer, who won both races here last year.
Kevin, there's a dude with like a cool camera in here. Is shooting for life between the gates.
Life between the gates.
Between the
Catch
gates.
all the action that you don't see on TV. These guys are behind the scenes. They were down filming the poker game that was going on this morning. The women were having a poker game, and Vorchek was playing with them. He was losing.
They were not allowed to use money. They were using Hershey Kisses, and here's the winning kiss right here. Yeah, what a beautiful day. For you folks at home, it dumped about 8 to 10 inches overnight in the snow.
You went powder skiing.
I did.
Out here and worked.
Every other run, I'd go back up to the course and throw off some death cookies and slip it and get it ready. But again, life between the gates, something special indeed. I think we're going to come on to camera right here.
There we are.
It is. Yeah, love is in the air. I'm so glad you gave me these glasses, Kev. Thank you.
I know. Are they UV protective?
They're totally. Yeah, they got
Oh,
love
pit
everywhere.
Vipers.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
That's it. They
man,
make
you're so stylish all
great
the time.
goggles as well. So again, right here, if you're watching this, which of course you are if you're hearing it, that watch right there is going to go on to the men's and the women's wrist. Milzinski has about 4 from last year, I think.
At least.
At least, yeah. Sovek has 2 so far this year. And we'll see Sovek and Christensen get after it.
So official timekeeper.
Yeah, thank you.
Seiko.
You know, I had a chance last night. We had a little retro party or some good costuming going on. I talked to Kiefer Christensen, the 32. No, he's 31. Married kid from AK, attended Burke Mountain Academy. Went to Dartmouth and UNR as well. He was an assistant coach at the UNR ski team. And we're looking forward to seeing Kiefer Christensen, see if he can take down yesterday's winner, Christian Sovek.
So I can see some athletes up there in the start making their final preparations before they move behind the start doors. Looks like the wind's starting to pick up on top there. We lost a tent yesterday. I think it blew down into Sacramento. Or maybe it made it to Arnold. I don't know.
Yep.
So, we've been suffering wind this year, man. We got blown over in Aspen, too. Whole start structure blew over after qualifying. Yep, Mother Nature, like fighting a superpower. They always win.
Yeah, she's the ultimate winner. So again, thanks to all the course workers for putting the finishing touches on this for the next round.
Oh, see Kyle Rasmussen, former U.S. ski team member, winner of Vangen.
Yeah.
Ski stud par excellence. His dad was one of the founders here, and the new bar down there is named after his dad. Maury has a cool picture down here with one of the experimental aircraft. He used to like to fly experimental aircraft, and he did a lot of surveying by aircraft when they were opening them out, and Kyle was telling me. So big thanks to Kyle and everybody here at Bear Valley. Such a great family resort. What a team of workers they've got. There's Kyle now, and Nick slipping the pitch, trying to keep the course buffed out and get down to a good surface for these guys so you can really get some energy out of the ski. We'll be ready to go with the first run of the man of the round of 8 here in a second. Now we see Sovek behind the start doors.
Yeah, top 10 European Cup, the Euro Cup in slalom. Loves himself a little climbing, skateboarding. Loves the game of chess. He likes the strategy of chess, and right now we'll put some of that strategery to work in the first run of the round of 8. Again, each one of these guys in the next 4 races, you'll see, will get 2 opportunities, one on each course. Here's the kid from AK with the red hair and the red beard.
So a lot of games go on up in the start before you go. Like one guy will like to get in, the other guy might make it right. Here we go. Doors open up simultaneously in the first of 2 runs of the round of 8. Sovek, your defending champion and tour leader, out in front over Christian. Kiefer Christensen as they head for the first jump. Grabs a bullet there for second to Sovek, touches down, out in front. Christensen doing a good job, keeping it real right there, not that far behind him, working their way down the pitch into the second jump. Sovek on the red course, Christensen on the blue, touching down, about dead even now. Oh, Sovek in trouble, throws it sideways, does a quick stivvy, upper body goes one way, skis went the other. He's maintaining the lead, still off the bottom jump. It's Sovek touching down first, into the finish line. It's going to be Sovek crossing first, a narrow margin. He wins it by 1.99 is Christian Sovek.
That was some good racing. Sovek had a couple of mistakes here, but he did not let it hamper his result, that's for sure. And Christensen staying strong and long throughout. Great looking racing. That's a shape of things to come. Christensen, Sovek, part 1 done. Go back up to the top. It's time for an España man by the name of Alex Puente Tacias. Impressed with this guy's racing. He's on the blue course. Then you got Joachim Milde, just graduated this past year from Westminster College. And he's from Bergen, Norway. He's on the red course.
So this first run, in any round, the doors open simultaneously. Then we factor the differential into the start doors for the second round. As we wait for these guys here, the cadence goes. There's 5 yellow lights and it goes green. You rock back on the tail of your skis and try to time it out. On track they come. So a couple of rookies trying to figure out how to get out of that start quick. The pro from Spain, he's clean, he's smooth, good engine. Ooh, he got out in the soft stuff. Now here comes Melde back onto Cease as they go over the top jump. It's Melde touching down first. Down the pitch they go. You see them throw their skis sideways. We call it the stivot to try to get the skis at the proper angle to set the edge. As he's out in front, Milde over the pro from Spain. Over the second jump, this is where things get really wild. Milde hangs on to the red course side. Now he's wide, and here comes the pro from Spain over the bottom jump. He looks like he's taking the advantage now. It's going to be Tacias at the line first. Across he goes to win it, and the advantage going to Tacias. 0.207. All it took, one mistake.
Yep.
It's the guy who doesn't make a mistake today. Milde had the advantage. We're going to watch the finish here, but
yeah,
trouble
really
for
close.
Milde. Started the second gate after that second jump, and that's the money turn up there.
That's the money turn. You're absolutely right. Any mistakes, it's going to cost you the game here today. So to see us a little faster than Milde there, and we'll put them aside and go on to Fjordcheck and Ankeny. Ankeny gets the blue course this go around out of Minnetonka, Minnesota. So he's out of Buck Hill originally. And then from Czechia, Filip Fjordcheck, very fast. He's competed in the Olympics, the World Championships, and here he is at Bear Valley, off and running. Here we go.
Ankeny gets the jump on him coming out of the start. Not that much of one, but Ankeny does have a little bit of an edge. Fjordcheck loses his outside ski there at the top. Forecheck doesn't be able to settle in on this snow type. Ankeny seems to be in the groove now. Down the pitch he goes. A little bit of bouncy there, falling out that soft snow. You got to stay out of that soft snow. Takes that energy out of the ski as Ankeny's in charge of the first of 2 runs here in the round of 8. Ankeny scrubs a little speed up there to stay in control of that section over that second bump. Is tough. Ankeny out in front in a big way as he grabs the bullet over Forecheck at the line. Looks like it's going to be max differential here. Let's tell you what the clock says. Yes, Ankeny takes a .85 advantage over Forecheck.
Yeah, Forecheck walking away with the Colorado Snow Sports Hall of Fame Skier of the Year in 2022. Looked a little reserved on that red course right there. Maybe just wanted to make sure he made it down in one piece and apply the pressure come second round. Yeah, and so this is the nature of the beast. These courses can eat you up. And again, any little mistake's going to knock you senseless. Let's go on here. Roman Frost, he is on the red course, and David Ketterer is going to be on the blue course. The big German. Taking a deep breath right here. Here we go. Green light means send him.
Frost red, Ketterer blue. Out on track they go. Let's see who's got the touch on this Sierra snow today. Ketterer over on the blue course side, skiing for Mazda. And the other German with the black helmet on, Frost, looks like he's got the edge on Ketterer, who won both races here last year. Frost doing a good job getting the nice, clean turns across the hill, getting it done early, staying ahead of Ketterer now over the second jump. Here's where things get crazy. Frost hangs on. Here comes Ketterer, starting to pull alongside, getting a little bit low out in the soft snow, but Ketterer picking up the momentum. It's Ketterer now with the advantage. They head for the finish line. It's going to be Ketterer first at the line. Ketterer wins it by .129 for Ketterer, and their first to 2 runs. The Mazda Pro, David Ketterer, winning the run, .129.
You know what I liked about that one? Ketterer was behind, but he stuck with his game. He made no mistakes, and he got the advantage by .129.
So key to be able to stay focused on your own course, because you know you lose focus, and you can make that mistake, and he does an excellent job of staying focused. So
yep, he liked second place yesterday, but one better will be better today.
Not a real comfortable advantage, so we'll send them back to the top. The ladies should be up there now. Looks like Erin Milzinski and Michaela O'Brien about to move behind the start doors.
We're going to take a small break, Kev. We're going to get them loaded, but we'll be right back in just a minute with the ladies' second run of the round of 8.
We're good. So, ladies are ready to go. We'll cut away from our sponsor commercials. Get ready for the second run for the ladies. Milzinski, your tour champion and winner in Aspen. She's out front with $14,000 in the bank so far this season.
Michaela O'Brien, the Canadian from Montreal. She's over on the red course. Gates open first for Milzinski. The Canadians are on course.
So Milzinski kind of bounces through that second turn, losing that outside ski. Uncharacteristic of her to trying to figure out the touch here today. And imagine you may have to do some modifications on your ski tune. Razor sharp skis, I don't think like this kind of snow too much. So Milzinski in control as she was in the first run. Into the second jump. She goes. Milzinski working the pitch. Keeping the pressure on that outside ski. Got to release that edge quick to get the next turn started as Milzinski touches down off the bottom jump and head for the finish line. Into the quarterfinals will Erin Milzinski over Michaela O'Brien.
Nice job, Erin, going from the round of 8 to the round of 4. And you'll go up against either Tegan Wold or Henrietta Reston, and they are next up, and they're loaded in the gate. Let's have a peek at Henrietta Reston, Norway. She's got a .556 advantage, and she will be over on the red course. Tegan Wold from Vail, the rookie, graduated Montana State. She is on the blue course. Just look at Henrietta. She said she's still waiting for that big result.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come.
Yep.
So she had a big advantage of .556. Her doors will open just a little over half a second quicker.
On course.
On track they go. Henrietta on the red with that advantage built in the start doors. Down the pitch they go. Head for that first jump. So Henrietta out in front with that advantage that was built in. Touches down in good shape, clean and smooth down the pitch. Trying to keep that pressure at the top of the turn, avoid getting out in the soft snow. As we come into the second jump, this is where things get a little bit crazy here. Right there, things get crazy.
Oh, so wide.
Wide there. She came in underneath that first gate, but shot her out. 165 slalom skis, you give it a lot of energy, it'll spit you right out. And she handled it, though. She's going to win the run and move into the quarterfinals to face off against Erin Milzinski. That's Henrietta Reisen, the Norwegian.
Well done, Henrietta. Way to have that tenacity and hold on strong. Nothing wrong with that ski. And Tegan Wold, living to ski another day, and we will shift it on back up to the top for Tuva Norbe, champion of this tour a couple years back, and Lucia Bailey, the Canadian, relative newcomer to the game. You're looking at Norby on the blue course, left-hand side, looking up. Lucia Bailey, she's on the red. Quarter century of life experience. We'll see what the racing has for her. The differential is 0.85 to Norby's advantage. Her gate opens first, and here comes Loretta Bailey.
Sports insurance skier drops out on course. Tour champion 2 years ago, Tuva Norby, with that advantage of a 0.85 after the first run. Comfortably out in front, need to ski it clean and smooth over the jumps. Keep that pressure on the ski. Such a fight today to find that groove and to keep it moving down the hill. Norby seems to find a groove now, looking clean and smooth. Let's see what happens off this jump. Things get a little bit crazy up there on the red course side. And is Bailey doing a good job to try to keep in touch with Norby as they head to the bottom jump. It's your former tour champion, Tuva Norbe, with the win into the quarterfinals. Goes Tuva Norbe.
Tuva! Well done. And there's a camaraderie. Lucia Bailey getting a little love, the Calgary-born Canadian. Not a fan of iced coffee, she says. Not a fan. And then Tuva, she's got a classic one. She said she used to be able to eat a jar of pickles in one sitting, you know? Okay,
Be
here we
careful
go.
what you write in your bios because Uncle Lee will memorize
You write it,
right?
I'll read it. Hedda Bernstein, she's on the left-hand side, longtime legend of all things skiing. And Caitlin Harsh, the New Year's Day baby, she's over on the red side of things. What's the advantage?
Harsh has got the big 0.85 in her favor. Over in the red course. So let's see how Caitlin Harsh handles the track today. She's got a good touch for the snow. It's that money gate is the second gate after the jump, second jump of the red course. So let's see how Harsh handles it.
Yep.
Big 0.85 built into the opening of the doors, dropping down the pitch. Clean, quick release to the edge. Caitlin Harsh finds the groove. Nice groove starting to form up there. A couple places. A little bit. Oh, boy,
Nice
that caught her
save.
outside.
Oh,
No,
Shanaki
no.
Mamacita.
Oh, man, we're going to have to do a replay on that. It's going to be Hedda Bernstein moving into the quarterfinals with that costly mistake. Just one little bounce of the ski. She lost the pressure on that outside ski just for a moment, dropped low. We'll show that replay.
You look away. You know, I looked away briefly for a second. She was off course, and we'll take a look over the jump. She pops, gets right back into her rhythm, and we'll see where it went south right here. She's laid
Good
on that one.
there.
And here she comes into plain view.
Oh, little bit of a hole or a bad chatter mark right there. Took that outside ski, lost contact with the snow, and
that's the
she
nature.
Bounced out.
Yeah.
Such a great competitor, big smile on her face still. They'll hit to the bottom, and on goes the rookie from Norway.
All right, Milzinski and Reston, and then Norby and Bernstein. We'll see them. Caitlin Harsh is safe. That's okay. We're going to have a small break. Be back with the men's final run of the round of 8.
No, I was participating in the championship in Taos last year. That was my first time, but I didn't qualify.
Okay, we're ready.
You're good though?
Welcome back, and at this time, we're going to throw it down to Hayden Scott to talk to the ladies about how good they be doing.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm with Henrietta Ressen of Norway and Erin Milzinski, who will be our first two semi-finalists. Henrietta, you were just telling me that you were at the Taos World Championships last year. How does Bear Valley differ from that one?
It differs in many ways. I didn't qualify in Taos, but I qualified here, so it's way more fun to participate and be here.
And Aaron, you've got a nice rhythm going today. How is the course holding up? We had such a lot of new snow last night, and we love the snow here in Bear Valley, but it's not exactly ideal for dual slalom racing.
Yeah, I mean, everyone worked really hard on the hill today. It's definitely bumpy. I think everyone feels it in their legs, but we're just trying to stay as solid as possible and make a great race.
Henrietta, you're up against the wily veteran Aaron. What's your strategy?
Try to be stable, 0 mistakes, and hopefully that's fast enough.
All right, we wish you both the best of luck. Hey, folks, if you're watching, nice little round of applause for our first semi-finalists. Off you go up to the start, and we'll go to a short break, and then we'll be back with Tuva and Hedda. How's your shot? Good?
Welcome back, and once again, we're going to throw it down to Hayden Scott, who's got the ladies down below.
Our second semi-finalist about to go forward. We've got the highly recognizable Tuva Norway, and it's going to be Hedda Bernsten from Norway. Tuva, you are going from strength to strength this season.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be in the top 4 again. You never know, and like you saw in the top 8, like anything can happen in every matchup. So excited to be in the top 4 again, and I'm excited to race Hedda.
You're looking really nice on the steep sections of the course. What would you say is the critical portion of this feather duster run today?
I think the most critical part is to try to get speed out on every single flat. So I'm just trying to stay over my outside ski on the steeps and then bring some speed out to the flat parts.
Hedda, you're going to be facing Tuva. Tell me about your experience in the last race in Aspen. What will you take from that experience into today's strategy?
You have to commit at the start, and you have to stick to your strategy with being tactical after the jumps because it gets on you so quickly. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, it's going to be an all-Norwegian second semi-final, so we wish you the best. Folks, nice little golf clap for our second semi-finalist going back up to the start. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravissimo. Well done there. So Norway, 3 of the 4 semi-finalists are from Norway. No surprise there, from the birthplace of skiing. We also have Erin Melzinski, tour champion. She's the one to beat. Won the tour last year, won the first and second place in Aspen, and she's hungry for another Seiko watch and $10,000 here at Bear Valley. We'll take a short break. Be right back with more racing here at Bear Valley for the second stop of 3 of the World Pro Ski Tour 2024. Welcome back, Kata. We are here at Bear Valley. He's ready to get things going for the second run of the round of 8 for the dudes. It's going to be Kiefer Christensen, the kid from AK with the red hair and the red beard. He's over on the red side this time. And Christian Sovek, yesterday's winner, and the winner of Aspen from Oslo, Norway, he is on the blue side. Here goes the drop of the wand.
1.99 after the first run. Down the pitch they go. What does Christensen have for Sovek when he got that jump with that advantage after the first run with a 1.99? Christensen staying clean at the top of the turn. Things get tricky on the red course down here. It's all Sovek. This second run for these two will be your tour leader going on into the semifinals. At this point, it's all about Sovek. Anything can happen as they hit the flats, though. Sovek's going to coast this one in for the win and move into the semifinals over Kiefer Christensen. Good fight by Christensen, but Sovek goes on.
Yeah, nice, smooth skiing by Sovek, mistake-free. Christensen, very valiant effort from the AK originator. Nice job, Sovek. You're going to go up against Milde or Tassias, and that is our next duel coming up. Milde, the Norwegian, he's on the blue course this time, and Tassias, our Spaniard out of Vieja España, the 29-year-old. Who has the advantage in this one, Kev?
So that was an interesting run because it was Milde that led the run just about to the finish, where the pro from Spain straightened it out and took it away by .207. So the red course side will open a little over 0.2 of a second before Milde's course. He's moved over to the blue side. You can see the lights go first for the Spaniard. Out on track he goes down the pitch with the advantage of a 2.07. Can he hold on to it? The red course gets tricky after the second bump. He's clean and smooth with pressure at the top of the turn, staying out of the chatter. That's key. Get to the top of the turn, release the ski quickly so you don't get caught out in that soft snow. He's out in front still. Milde trying to close the gap on the blue side, getting a little bit wild over there. Pro from Spain touching down. Here's where things get really tricky there. Not a problem. A little bit of a chatter in that second game. The red course side. Oh, Milde in trouble. He pulled it off. Unbelievable strength to stand that one back up. Too little, too late. The pro from Spain moves into the semifinals. Tassias.
I tell you, I kept my eyes on Tassias because I really like the way he's skiing. He got tossed into the back seat a little bit, able to hold on. Next turn, Milde had himself an episode with a snow snake, and that was it for him. So the beauty, we'll have a look right here. So here's Tassias. He gets caught in that rut a little bit. That's not actually the turn I was looking for. But you can see.
There's Milde with the trouble.
Get his hands kind of down low. You see here, just arcing it in is Tassias.
Right there.
The outrigger by Milde, and that scrubbed all his speed and lived to ski another day.
And a hamstring.
and a hammy. That's it. Great racing. That's what it's all about here. World Pro Ski Tour. Let's go on to Ankeny versus Fjordcheck. Philip, he's on the blue course, and he has a .85 max differential up against Michael Ankeny, the Joker.
So Ankeny with the win in Aspen on day number 2. Ankeny, the only American rep on the field. Let's see what he's got out in front with that .85. Fjordcheck seems to have a little bit struggle to find the touch on the snow today as Ankeny took advantage of that in the first run. Ankeny out in front. Let's see how he handles the jumps here. Ankeny touches down, still out in front. Ankeny, oh, twisted big time is Ankeny. Fjordcheck starting to close the gap on the blue course side. Ankeny starts to stabilize things on the red, over the red. Here we go. Ankeny throws a stivot in there to control the speed. Smart move by Ankeny. Stays at the top of the turn. Low and wide there, that fourth gate after the chop jump. That's the tricky course. Ankeny gets it done here. Across the line he goes. And into the semifinals goes the American Michael Ankeny. Looking at each other going, whoa, man, that's a wild ride, huh? So Ankeny wins the run by .748. On he goes. Who will he be facing? Will it be Frost or Ketterer? They're up next. Uncle Lee.
That's a big 10-4. It's going to be the Battle of Germany here. And taking a look up from the boots to the helmet. The blue of Mr. Frost. 24 years young, Westminster College, part of the German men's national team. Over on his right-hand side, the 30-year-old married to Resi Stiegler, David Ketterer. Advantage by .129 by Ketterer. His is going to open a fraction earlier, off and running.
Out he goes with that built-in advantage. Not much by one. Frost has seemed to figure out the starts. Now Ketterer still out front. So we know the course is tricky on the red side after that second jump. Ketterer holds on to the advantage as he gets the skis back down to the snow super quick. Ketterer clean, releasing that edge, moving to the new ski. Good power out of Ketterer as he heads for the bottom jump. Let's see how he handles it. Touches down. Throws a little bit sideways there. Ketterer still in control of the run, but not by much. Frost trying to close the gap. Ketterer only had a 1.29 at the top. Ketterer stretches it out now. It's all David Ketterer, last year's champion here. Across the line he goes and into the semifinals to face off against Michael Ankeny.
Can we get a whoop whoop? Nice job, Germany. Excellent. Auf Wiedersehen. We're going to take a small little break. Ketterer is going to go up against Ankeny to see us against Sovik. That's the semifinals for the men. When we come back, we'll have the ladies in the gate for the semis. Stick with us here at Bear Valley. And now we have the opportunity with Hayden Scott to talk to Sovik and to see us, it sounds like.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm here with Christian and Alex, and tale of two tapes, because we've got Christian, who already has over $20,000 in the bank so far this season, and we're going up against Alex, who's having his first World Pro Ski Tour race experience today. Alex, how are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying a lot. It's a really fun contest, and hopefully now I can do some good skiing to keep enjoying.
Now, you're studying at Westminster College, and there's a lot of you very fast young racers coming from Westminster. How is it that you guys are having so much success?
Thank you for the, I'm not that young, but thank you. But yeah, I mean, we are a good team. Our coach is really good. Just getting money from people from Europe, and I think we push each other, and that's because that's one of the reasons why we have some success.
Fantastic. And Christian, you're really finding your rhythm this season. You're coming from strength to strength, $10,000 in the bank from yesterday. What do you take from yesterday that you try to bring into today?
I'm just getting more and more comfortable in the conditions, and I feel like I'm getting better for every run. Me and Alex had a close one yesterday, so I'm looking forward to the next round.
All right, guys, best of luck into that first semifinal. Off you go, back up the chair. We appreciate your time very much. And folks, how about a nice little golf clap for our first set of semifinalists. Back up to you in the studio.
Got a whoop whoop right there. Sovik had a chance to talk to him last night. He's a big boy. I mean, that helmet comes off. He's got a bushy Gabe Kaplan type hairdo, I'll tell you what. But good to see us from España. He's a 29-year-old freshman in college.
Well.
Yeah. Figuring things out at Westminster, which is known for a lot of great racing, as is CU, DU, UNR, UVM, so on and so forth. How about we take a small break after we get another interview from Michael Ankeny and David Ketterer. Hayden Scott, take it away.
Well, thank you, chaps. I'm here with the Joker, Michael Ankeny, who is just sublime in his skiing today. You had a bit of an early exit yesterday, though. What's the difference today, Mike?
Well, I had an early exit, so got a little more energy than the rest of these guys do. I was skiing well yesterday, just found a snow snake in the middle of the course that took me down. A little sore after the tumble, but I liked the hill, I liked the snow as much as possible, and it's all about, like Christian said, finding your groove, getting a little better each run.
David, you're our defending champion on this hill. What is it that you enjoy most about this amazing Feather Duster racetrack?
I think the Feather Duster is basically made for Pro Tour skiing. It's got steep, flat jump, and then flat to the finish. I think it's great for the spectators, it's great for the skiers, it's demanding. I like it a lot.
Bear Valley, let's make a little bit of noise here for David and Michael as they go back up for the second semifinal. Back to you in the studio.
And we'll be back in just a minute, back with ladies racing. Milzinski Ressen, Norby Bernsten.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
legendary. Big mountain, big terrain. Famous for deep snow. A storied past. Mountain greatness without the hassles. It's Tahoe without the Tahoe. Get there on scenic Highway 4. Oh yeah, the bear is back. Visit bearvalley.com.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold. For the moments when anticipation becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
All right, we're back. About to get underway with the first run for the women's quarterfinals. Your tour defending champion, Erin Milzinski, facing off against Henrietta Riesen from Norway. Then it's Tuva Nordby, champion a couple years ago, and Hedda Bernstein. Here we go. Doors open up. Oh,
Strong
it's
kick.
Milzinski gets the jump on the rookie. Riesen as she tries to figure out how to get out of the starts. So, out front is your defending tour champion, Erin Milzinski. See how she skis the course. As the course develops, it's going to find a different way to ski it. Put your foot in that rut at the top of the turn. There's the Erin Milzinski, so smooth and clean. So on the red course side, skis it smart, doesn't try to gas it through there. You just got to survive up there. You never win a race in the steeps, Uncle Lee, but you sure can lose them.
Yeah, well said, well said. Milzinski, that's like butter right there. That was smooth, flowing down like a snake down that track right there. And Henrietta Riesen, excellent racing by you as well. You've got your work cut out for you in the second round against the four-time Olympian Milzinski.
Back to the top we go. Tuva Nordby and Hedda Bernstein.
Yeah, a couple of Norwegians here. We will have one Norwegian in the final, that's for sure. But they're going to do two races here. 47 years of life experience is Hedda Bernstein from Norway. She's on the blue course in that teal POC kit. Over on the right-hand side, Tuva Nordby, winner of this tour a couple years back. Part-time coach in Aspen for the U10, so she gets to teach the little ones how to have fun and how to race appropriately.
Super cool. The lights go yellow to go green. She races back on her tails of her skis and gets the jump with all the years of experience on the Pro Tour. Your tour champion 2 years ago. Bernstein not letting her get away, though, charging down the pitch. Into the first jump they go. Tuva Nordby looks in good shape. Is sight for a second. Getting some edge pressure top of the turn is so key. Then you got to get the ski released quickly. You don't want to bounce to the bottom of the rut. So Tuva into the second jump. Here's where things get tricky on the red course side. Skiing it smart. They're probably talking about it up there now. You just got to get through that four-gate section on the red course and then into the bottom bump and into the flats. It's going to be Nordby grabbing her bullet, crossing the finish line. Looks like she's going to have the max differential handed out there. A .85 for Tuva Nordby.
Nordby, the data engineer, engineering a fine-looking run on that red course, just like the Canadian Erin Milzinski. So one more race for each one of those ladies. We'll take a small break and be back with the men's semifinals when we return.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
For the best deal on the best shed or garage, visit toughshed.com.
As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. At Surefoot, they've developed a process that guarantees the perfect fit for each customer, and of course, they are obsessed with the process.
We have 300 experts in Surefoot on the world that all use the exact same process.
Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Legendary. Big mountain, big terrain. Famous for deep snow. A storied past. Mountain greatness without the hassles. It's Tahoe without the Tahoe. Get there on scenic Highway 4. Oh yeah, the bear is back. Visit bearvalley.com.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold. For the moments when anticipation becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
In general, ski racing is a pretty tough sport.
Racers ready?
Using my DNA vibe has allowed me to train harder, longer, and recover faster. Less days off, more time on the snow, beating my competitors. Having another option to be doing what we love and to continue to race, it just keeps the sport open and keeps you in it.
Welcome back. Kevin Clark, Uncle Lee here in the booth, looking at the brackets for the Super Slalom.
What I like about this, it is the World Pro Ski Tour. Look at the flags right there. We're on to the men's semifinal. Christian Sovek, the Norwegian, who won yesterday and in Aspen. And he's going up against Alex Puente Tacias, relative newcomer to the game, and he's learning as he goes along. Really nice to see the Spaniard, the 29-year-old, doing well. Then Ankeny and Ketter, those two have competed on this tour for quite some time. Unfortunately, one of those is going to be relegated to the small final. One will join either Sovek or Tacias.
So, they're back at the top, and then the ladies' bracket will pop that up on the screen. Erin Melzinski and Henrietta Reason, your first pair, their first run of that semifinal round. And Tuva Norby, the Gambler, new nickname. I guess she's making book down in the VIP area, get people to bet on the event.
Yeah.
They were playing cards this morning too, with Reason and Norby. So good fun, all friends here on tour.
Let's set it. Let's set the stage here. Over on the blue course, he's having a peek over the red course. This is Alex Puente Tacias on your screen right now. That's Christian Sovek from Oslo, Norway. A winner yesterday, a winner in Aspen, second place in Aspen as well, and he's off and running.
Out on track they go. Looks like a dead even start as they drop down the first pitch. Super steep up there. TV does not do it justice. Well, he's getting some energy out of the ski, moves off at the precise time. The pro from Spain, not far behind, your tour champion. Ooh, a lot of bouncing going on out there for Sovek. He's so powerful. Just puts the ski back down and stands on it. Keeps accelerating. But here comes Tacias right alongside Sovek now. Down, he hooks a tip. Down he goes. Tough break there. Oh, he was making a move, just went too straight, hooked that tip, and it was over.
You were giving him all sorts of energy, Clarky, right there. He was coming back. He was about a half a gate behind. He just full throttled it, and the gate just took his ski out. Fortunately, not his leg. And we're going to have a look at this again. Oh, that was just a bad twist of fate. Here it comes, lining it up, and it says, Oiga Volt.
Good thing that ski came off, though. Boy,
Yeah.
he hooked that early. It looked like that inside ski grabbed and knifed into that gate.
And it
If you
just
watch
stopped.
in slow motion.
Yeah, thank goodness. Those bindings are cranked up to at least 15, and that thing just popped right off, as it
for
should.
his ski now is you're a defending tour champion for the last couple of days and weeks here on tour.
Yeah,
Sovek with a .85 advantage. A big one for Sovek as we go back to the top with Michael Ankeny and David Ketterer, their first run. Ankeny with a victory in Aspen. Ketterer running in fourth in the overall standings. After yesterday's race, he has 56 points. Michael Ankeny has 78 in third.
Ankeny, little known fact. You may not cross the Minnesota-Wisconsin border with a duck or a chicken atop your head. Did you know that? That's Ankeny right there, the Joker. He's full of it. And right now he's visualizing. He knows the course. He's understanding what needs to be done. He's going to look to go flawless. That is Michael Ankeny out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, Buck Hill.
So it looks to me like the red course is the more challenging of the two, so Ankeny will be attacking that first. Ketterer, super smooth, super clean. 2 wins last year. He'd like to find himself going for that podium top step. Today is both of them more down on the track they go. Ankeny on the red course side gets a little bit of jump on Ketterer, if any, down the pitch they go. Ketterer and Ankeny head to head. Looks like Ketterer starting to make a move on the blue side. Over the jump they go. It's still about dead even. Ketterer got the advantage now on the blue side. Ankeny losing that uphill ski. Starting to chatter away. Ketterer taking advantage of that, starting to pull away in their first of 2 runs into the second jump where things get really tricky. Ketterer touches down first. Ankeny behind now on that red course side, trying to straighten out best he can, make up some ground. Ankeny struggling there to keep that outside ski in contact with the snow. It's Ketterer with the lead. Into the finish he will go, taking the win. His advantage is .067. .67 for David Ketterer.
.67, I like it. So Ketterer taking second place yesterday, took 2 first places here last year. He really liked that $10,000 check. So Ketterer taking a deep breath. He's got the advantage over Ankeny going into the next round. And yeah, taking a breather right there is Ankeny.
Ankeny coming from sea level up here to altitude, where David Ketterer lives at altitude, and Jackson Hole helps out a little bit.
Yep.
Ankeny just struggled to try to keep that outside ski in contact with the snow. And once it starts bouncing, your muscles are just getting attacked. They're just,
vibration.
Trying to stay in contact with the snow is so punishing. So those are the 4 athletes remaining, men and women. Back to the top they go for the second round to determine who's moving into the finals, Uncle Lee.
Yeah, as we gander up top, still blue skies. You see the trees moving, the sports insurance wind flags. There's Aaron Milzinski, Henrietta Reston. Milzinski is the tour overall champ. She won in Aspen, took a second in Aspen as well. Only behind Sarah Rask, who's not here. And then Tuva Norby and Hedda Berntsen. We'll see what happens between those two. And timing is ready up top thanks to all of the event staff. From the top to the bottom, all the camera guys as well. We're ready to rock and roll over on the left-hand side. That is Milzinski. On the right-hand side, Henrietta Racing.
So the Canadian with a .85 advantage over Reason after their first run. They've switched courses now. Now Reason's got the challenge on the red course side. Not to say that the blue one isn't equally as challenged, but out on track goes your defending tour champion, Aaron Milzinski.
Watch the smoothness of Aaron Milzinski. She's got hints of the great Michaela Schifrin. Just really focused, nice low center of gravity, separating the upper body from the lower body. Hands out in front.
Not expending too much energy, just enough to make a good clean turn, get some power out of it. She knows he has that 8/10 advantage after the first run. Clean and smooth. Oh, a little bit of a bounce there. You get low in this thing, and it is not a comfortable place to be. Getting that soft snow, and you lose that outside edge, but she's got it in control. It's going to be, once again, moving in to the finals, Aaron Milzinski over Henrietta Reason. Reason will move down into the consolation round, the small final.
Milzinski. Well, after 13 years on the Canadian team for Olympics, obviously she has got her slalom skills polished. Well done, Aaron. We look forward to seeing you in the finals. You'll go up against a Norwegian. Will it be Tuva Nordby, who you've faced many times before, or Miss Hedda Berntsen? And we'll find that out in about 50 seconds. Up top, they're loaded. Hedda, the 47-year-old of life experience and ripping skier in all disciplines. She's on the red course. Her gate will open just a little slower than Tuva Nordby's, who opens right now. Here we go.
So Nordby with that strong advantage, again, a .85, former tour champion. Got a nice touch for the snow. Small and compact, good feel, getting her ski in the rut, the top of the turn. Got to ride it, got to put that ski right in there. Can't try to fight it, can't try to sneak inside. That's the difference with the size of the men and the women, that the men with the long legs can get further away and that rut develops further away from the gate. So talked to a lot of the shorter skiers, both men and women struggle when they have to ride the rut because it's not a line you would ski if you had that option on a good hard track, but it's all Tuva Nordby to move into the finals to face off against Aaron Milzinski, two tour champions in the finals here at Bear Valley.
Yeah, good stuff. So it's going to be Milzinski, the Canadian, with Nordby, the Norwegian, and a couple of Norwegians, Resson and Berntsen, in the consolation round. So we'll have more of that when we come back. Small little break going on here at Bear Valley for the second stop of 3 on the World Pro Ski Tour. Did you know that Hayden Scott is down below with a couple of smiley individuals, Tuva Nordby and Aaron Milzinski?
Hey, thanks, Uncle Lee. I'm here with Aaron and Tuva. How did we know that at the end of the day it was going to be you two? Guys, Tuva, you really got a nice angle going on that last face. There looks to be one turn that's a little bit tricky on that left blue course.
Yeah, it really is. After the second jump, it's hard to really get it back into the rhythm in the blue one. But you just have to stick with it. And I think we're at altitude because I'm pretty tired.
Aaron, this is the Sports Insurance Challenge. Tell me a little bit about how those guys are supporting you and your women's team.
Yeah, sportsinsurance.com is supporting 4 of us women here, and we have the classic sports insurance race here today. And so we're really thankful that they're supporting women's racing. I mean, we want to keep seeing girls racing and in sport, and it makes me really happy and proud to represent them here today.
Well, it's going to be a classic final. We can't wait to see you. So off you go back up to the start. Ladies and gentlemen of Bear Valley, can we have a little golf clap for our 2 finalists heading back up to the start? Thank you.
Yes, Hayden, nice work. Sisters of Slay right there of the sportsinsurance.com Classic here. We'll have them going into the finals in just a bit, in the small final as well. Next up, the dudes are going to throw it on down. We'll see who goes into the finals when we come back here to Bear Valley.
out, help the hook the trailer up. He has no hook, so he can go fast. That's what I was like, how am I going to take the trailer up by myself? Ed and I can't do it.
How am I going to do it? How am I supposed to do this by myself?
Another parking story. 7 hours of driving.
Did you know it's time to settle the deal between the dudes? It's going to be an all-out fight at the OK Corral. Sovek and Casillas will go first. Sovek has himself a sizable advantage, the max differential. Then it's going to be Ankeny and Ketterer. 2 of those 4 is going to go to the final. The other 2 are going to go to the small final. Uncle Lee alongside Kevin Clark. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Local time at Bear Valley is 3:07. How you looking, Clarky?
It's showtime, Uncle Lee. Sovek has been unstoppable, picking up a win yesterday and then winning in Aspen the first of 2 days. Ankeny picked up the win there. Ankeny's still in the battle, though, with Ketterer, but Ketterer's got the advantage over Ankeny in that second pair. So right now, as Casillas over on the red course side, Sovek moves to the blue with a .85. His doors will open that much sooner than the Spaniards. So Christian Sovek, the rookie from Norway, no rookie to ski racing, so powerful. He's just been stomping those hard turns up there.
You know, his idols are Axel Lund Svindal and Tom Wallish, the slopestyle X Games.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Really different type of individuals here. But here goes, gates open way ahead of time for Sovek, and here comes Casillas on the red course.
Casillas was making a really good attack on Sovek that last run when he hooked a tip off that second jump. Tough break for him. Got his work cut out for him. Going to have to hope for a mistake out of Sovek, and that hasn't happened so far with this guy. Let's see how he skis the steep pitches here. Sovek, good even pressure on both skis. Moves off that outside ski quick. Sets the edge on the new ski into the second jump. Let's see how he handles the blue course side. Looks a little bit wide there, a little bit bouncy. Here comes Casillas trying everything he can, hoping for a mistake out of Sovek. Not going to happen today. Touches down off the bottom bump, and into the finals goes your tour leader, Christian Sovek.
And the 29-year-old from Vialha, España, the Westminster freshman. Hey, Alex Puente Casillas, I know we're going to see a lot more of you in the future. We'll see you in Taos in about 6 weeks' time. So a pleasure to have you in the mix. We'll also see you in the small final. Christian Sovek, congrats on going on to another final. And we got another duel up top in David Ketterer and Michael Ankeny.
So Ankeny moves over to the blue course side. He'll be chasing Ketterer. Ketterer with a .676 advantage. Won both races here last year. Do either of these guys have anything for Christian Sovek? Going to be decided on this run. Who's going to move in to face off against Sovek? Will it be the American Michael Ankeny, skiing out of Buck Hill, former member of the U.S. ski team? David Ketterer, German national team, skis for Mazda. He's got a Mazda in the garage at home that the guys from Mazda hooked him up with. Drove down here in that.
Let's see what we have here. Again, Ankeny on the blue course, Ketterer on the red course. Advantage is Ketterer at .67. His gate will open just a wee bit earlier. 3, 2, 1.
Right now, out he goes. Here comes Michael Ankeny in chase. Ketterer needs to ski it clean and smart, not make any mistakes. Ankeny a little bit gassed after that last run. Hasn't been able to really find his groove today as Ketterer is in control off the top bump. Ketterer out front, throws a little stivot. Get that edge angle ready before he sets the edge. Ankeny all over the place, in big trouble on the blue course side. Tries to settle back in over the next jump. This is where things get tricky on both these courses. Ketterer out front. Look at the drone hanging in the air there, watching Ketterer get out. Ankeny goes out. It's going to be David Ketterer, winner last year, into the finals. Does he have what it needs to take to beat Sovek?
Same situation as yesterday. Sovek and Ketterer into the finals once again. And Ankeny having a little bit of issue on that blue course. He'll go up against Casillas, the Spaniard, in the small final. At this time, we're going to take a little bit of a breather, hit some commercials, pay some bills, and be back with the women's small final, men's small final, and then the men's final and women's final as well, here from Bear Valley. once again, Hayden Scott's down below with two happy individuals, Ketterer and Sovic.
Well, we've had some absolutely outstanding ski racing this afternoon, and similar to what we saw with the ladies, we had a sneaking suspicion it was going to be these two all day. So here with Christian, and your victory yesterday was emphatic. You must feel like you're on a bit of a roll, Christian.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. It's been crazy 2 days, and hopefully I can put down some fast skiing in the last 2 runs.
David, you're our defending champion from last year. You gave us a fantastic Surefoot course description with the GoPro on your shirt yesterday. How is this course holding up?
It's challenging. Some gates are holding up pretty well. Some gates are a little deeper. So you got to find solutions for those tricky situations in the course, and you want to take risk, but not too much risk, and that's basically probably the recipe.
We see on your forehead that you're powered by Mazda. Tell me a little bit about the car that you've been lent for the year.
So I got the CX90. I'm a German guy, so I'm a car guy. 6 cylinders in line. I have a kid, another one on the way, so it's great. We have a lot of room. We can throw like all our ski stuff. We're active family, so we can throw whatever in the trunk. It's nice if we go down to Colorado. It's like 8-hour drive. Keeps you relaxed, and it's got everything all the little things that make the drive nice and enough room for everything. So really enjoy having that, and thank you to Mazda for hooking us up with that.
And our friends from Mazda are here today, so well done indeed. And I'll give you the last word, Christian. What's it going to take for you to make it a $20,000 weekend here in Bear Valley?
Solid and fast skiing.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen of Bear Valley, let's have a nice round of applause for our 2 finalists on the men's side, David and Christian, as they go back up to the start. And it's back up to you in the live show studio, Uncle E and Clarky.
Thank you, Hayden. Great stuff. I figured out my goal for Taos is to figure out some good jokes to get Sovic to smile. That's a goal. He is so focused right now, the 22-year-old on a mission to claim a lot of cash here against the rest. And now we're ready for the small final. It's going to be Miss Hedda Berntsen from Norway against Henrietta Ressen from Norway. They're going to get 2 goes at it, as we've seen all day long. It's Berntsen on the blue course, Ressen on the red course.
So the battle for 3rd and 4th place. Gates open even on the first run. Then the differential will be built in there in the sportsinsurance.com Classic, the women's super slalom. And it is a super slalom out there today. Rough track. Did the best work we possibly do to prepare this snow after lots of snow falling for the last couple of weeks here. Out on track they go. Berntsen over on the blue course side. And Ressen on the blue. Henrietta. So here comes Berntsen. This is a good even battle for 3rd and 4th. Dead even off that top bump. Who can handle the pitch is so important to get those skis down early. Start to turn early. The red course Reason starting to pull away as they head for the second jump, but it's not over until you get down off this pitch. See what happens here where things get really tricky in both these courses. Making her way down the pitch and into the flat section for the bottom bump. It's Henrietta Reason with the advantage. Going to cross the finish line, looks like with a max differential of a .85 for Reason.
Hey, Reason, you are 1 race away from having something special on your bio, and that is a podium spot here for the World Pro Ski Tour. We're having a nice conversation in the lodge the other day, and she said she's waiting for something to put on her bio. This could be it right
podium,
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the battle for 3rd and 4th place. $1,200 for 4th, $2,500 for 3rd. So plenty of incentive to get after it. And, these guys don't need much incentive. They'd be racing for trophies.
That's it. That's it. And the ladies finals right now, we've got 2. A Canadian and a Norwegian. It's going to be Erin Milzinski over on the red course, Tuva Norby on the blue course. Last couple of years, these ladies walked away with the overall titles. Last year it was Milzinski, year before was Norby. And we're missing her sister Kaya, who has stepped away from the competitive race circuit. But right now, there's Tuva. University of Denver for 4 years. Team champions in 16 and 18. And currently, she's doing her master's at the University of Utah.
So I understand Hayden Sott, he's got a new nickname, the Gambler.
The
So
Gambler.
while the men were racing the first run of the round of 16, she was in the VIP tent getting people to fill out brackets and make book on this thing. So
That's so good. Look at her.
Could
She's
she
getting
hear?
a good laugh
Could
out
she
of
hear
it.
us up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Nice job, Norby. Yeah, thumbs up. We see you.
The bookie.
Yeah.
All right, all funny games aside, now big business.
Progress, not perfection, says Miss Milzinski. She's got that number 1 on her upper right cuff there, or shoulder, because she's number 1 on the tour. And here we go. Even start. First of 2 runs for the ladies' final, sports insurance style.
Out on track, good even start by both these pros, dropping down a pitch. Milzinski gets a little bit wide there, a couple of turns. Likes that outside track, though. Clean and smooth, both going off the jump at the same time. Maybe a little bit of an advantage for Milzinski as Norbe scrubs a little skeet. Coming off the top bump, Milzinski starting to pull away, finding her groove now, making it look smooth and easy, making the transition from ski to ski clean. Keeping pressure on the outside ski, moving to the inside ski, setting that edge. A couple little bounces there in that tough section of the red course. Hitting the flats now. It's Milzinski out in front with 2 to go. Winning the first run. We'll let the clock tell the story. Across the line she goes. Milzinski with the advantage of a point. 6:07. 6:07.
Clarky, it's like watching butter melt coming down there.
Butter.
Milzinski just got, you make it look easy. She's breathing hard, so you know it's not that easy. Milzinski, way to take the lead away from Norby. 1 more to go for another title here at Bear Valley. But we'll have to wait for that one. We'll be back here in just a bit for the culmination of this great event known as the World Pro Ski Tour.
We're back at Bear Valley. Beautiful Bluebird Day. Look at all the snow on the trees. Gorgeous. Some great powder skiing going on. But right now, we got racing on some challenging terrain. Moving into the consolation round, a battle for third and fourth. The Spaniard Alex DeCease and Michael Ankeny will be first up in the small final. The battle for third and fourth. $2,500 for third. $1,250 for fourth. And then it's the final. Sovek and Ketterer, Uncle Lee. Who do you think's going to prevail in our small final this first round? You got any?
Well, I believe Ankeny has a 50% chance, as well does DeCease. Yep, talk about an aggressive gambler. I do well at the tables. Ankeny, Buck Hill, Minnesota, he's got the experience here, obviously, on the World Pro Ski Tour, but I'm really enjoying the Spaniard, DeCease.
I love the way he gets a good high edge angle, and he's skiing a different line than everybody else. He's much tighter. Not letting his skis get off underneath his body as much, but let's see if he can make that work against Michael Ankeny. Ankeny fighting it a little bit today, trying to find that groove. Snow requires a different touch. It's a challenge.
That it is. Dartmouth graduate, also Ankeny, 8 years on the U.S. ski team, so a lot of skill, a lot of global trotting. It comes from the Eric Seiler School of Racing in Buck Hill, Minnesota. And we'll see one of two races shortly, then followed up by Sovek, who has had a heck of a season thus far, and the German Ketterer doing it for his family up in Jackson Hole.
So, 4 athletes remaining in the men's and the women's brackets. Once we finish this first run for the men, the women will arrive back at the top to battle there.
And we're good to go. We have a Tough Shed fact or two that we'll share after our next break. But right now, it is all about the racing. This is a World Pro Ski Tour. We're at Bear Valley. We're wrapping things up shortly here. A lot of heavy-hitting racing with a rutted course here. The Super Slalom, known as the Bear Valley Pro Open. This is for battle for third place. Michael Ankeny. He's on the blue course. Over on the red-hand side, you're looking at a newcomer to the game, Alex Puente Tacias, the 29-year-old freshman out of Westminster. He's put on a great show this far. Let's lay out and let this racing speak for itself.
Good even start by both these guys, jumping into the top pitch, keeping that pressure at the top of the turn, trying not to get out in the soft snow. Into the first jump they come. It looks like it's about dead even, maybe a little bit of a lead for Ankeny as they touch down. Try to keep the skis from bouncing, get the energy out of them. Down the pitch they go. See us letting it run there. Boy, he's fluid, he's smooth. Michael Ankeny, so powerful though. Ankeny touches down with a little bit of an edge on the blue course. Let's see how they fight through the midsection here. Ankeny in all kinds of trouble, sticks it on the inside ski. Ankeny out in front, the first of 2 runs. The American touching down with the lead. Into the tuck they go. He's thinking, man, I don't know how I pulled that one off. Look at him. He is just spent on that run.
He got bucked into the back seat right there, Clark.
We got to watch that rerun.
That was spectacular. And to see us, I'm really liking the separation of the upper and the lower body, the way he finds that rhythm and the groove of each one of the turns. And Ankeny, he got bucked around kind of like Bodie Miller style, but he was able to capitalize on it.
He was shaking his head there going, that was disaster that he saved in just a split second to pick up the win.
Yeah.
So, just so powerful, so focused, such muscle memory. He's done this so many times. He just keeps, he doesn't even train much anymore when he comes out here and he can get on the podium.
Auto-mechanical.
Back to the top.
Ketterer on the left-hand side. He's on the blue course. And then you got Sovek, last week's champion in Aspen, and here he goes again for
down
2 for
the pitch
today.
They go. Sovek loses an outside ski there for a second. Ketterer right there with him into the first bump. Can Ketterer upset Sovek today? The first of 2 runs in the finals. Touching down. Looks like Sovek got a little bit of an edge on the red course side. Here comes Ketterer. Getting some pressure at the top of the turn. Taking advantage right now. Sovek not giving up. Gives a power out of Sovek off the second jump. This is where things get crazy. Ketterer's out front now. Strong, clean at the top of the turn. Is Ketterer. Sovek trying to catch up. Get out in the soft snow. Ketterer takes advantage of that off the blue jump. On the bottom, it's Ketterer going to win this one with a good margin across the line. Goes Ketterer with the win of a .736 for David Ketterer. What a run.
Man, the middle part of the course, he was just moving those feet as fast as possible, and that led him just get ahead of Sovek right there. And we're going to see more of that fantastic racing from both of those pairs when we come back. But the ladies will get to go first in the small final and the finals. This is going to be it when we return here at Bear Valley for the Bear Valley Pro Open. And on the ladies' side of things, sportsinsurance.com Classic.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something this big, this luxurious, shouldn't move. like a Mazda. And yet, it does.
Oh my God, it sounds epic as well. This car is an SUV with bragging rights.
The three-row Mazda CX-90.
Introducing the first ever Mazda CX-50.
Guess what, Kevin?
Showtime.
Showtime. That's right. We wait all weekend long for this to happen. This is going to be the ladies' small final, followed by the ladies' final. It's Berntsen and Resson, and then it will be Norby and Milzinski. And it promises to be good. And thank you, Mother Nature, for cooperating today. Big storm system moving in tonight into the central and main part of the Sierras. 2 to 4 feet expected the next 48 hours. But right now, blue skies, and Berntsen in her first small final at the World Pro Ski Tour up against Resson, her as well.
So Resson with the advantage of a .85. She's moved over to the blue course side. Focus in on the athletes. So, clock starts ticking early for Resson with that .85 advantage. The doors will open up, and out on track she goes. The battle for third and fourth place here. The last run for these two ladies. Down the pitch they go. Resson out in front, or Berntsen as they make their way into the first jump. Good shape and out in front with that big advantage built in after the first run. Down the pitch they go on the blue course side. Things get bouncy, a little bit shady in there now.
Yeah.
Light starting to go away. So important to be able to see what you're stepping into in the ruts. It's really dark down there.
Yeah.
So it's an out in front, riding it out here. Into the bottom jump they go. And it's going to be Henrietta Resson at the finish line with the win in the consolation round, third place. And Hedda Bernstein
into fourth. Yeah, 1250 for fourth, 2500. Resson, put that on your resume right there. Atta girl. Woo! We had a nice conversation in the lodge, and she's like, I'm waiting for it. Wait for it. There it is. You got yourself a podium here at the World Pro Ski Tour. Nice job. And now we're going to set the stage for our finals. Erin Milzinski, 4-time Olympian. She's going to go over onto the blue course this time. Won the tour last year, virtually unstoppable last season. This season, in Aspen, it was Sarah Rask who stepped into the plate after a small miscalculation by Erin, and that changed the game. So only one loss in the last few races in the last 2 years. Tuva Norby, 2 years ago, won the tour title, and right now she's got to do everything in her power to overcome Milzinski, who has a .607. Her gate will open first. Here's the ladies' final of the SportInsurance.com Classic.
Out on track goes the Canadian with that strong advantage. Need to ski clean and smart with this last run. Many mistakes could cost you, even with a big advantage. We've seen it happen before. And Milzinski is so clean, so smooth, setting the edge, releasing it back in the tails of the skis right there for a second. She's so powerful, gets right centered over the middle of the ski again. So, over the bottom, middle jump we go. This is where things get tricky on both these courses. Bouncing through that hole goes Milzinski. In control, off goes Tuva Norby. It's Erin Milzinski to the top step of the podium. Once again here in Bear Valley, the Canadian Erin Milzinski looks back up the hill for Tuva Norby, waving to the crowd.
Yep.
Milzinski the winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Milzinski does it for Canada. Norby, friend after friend, year over year. These two are just dominant in this sport here at the World Pro Ski Tour. Congratulations, and Briar Schreiber gets a shot right there. Smile, ladies. That is good stuff. Well done, ladies. Milzinski Norby, Resson, Bernston. There's your 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take a small break and be back with the men's small final and the final. The whole bracket out here at the Bear Valley Pro Open Super Slalom on the men's side of things. Michael Ankeny and Alex Puente Casillas, the newcomer from Spain. One race for them left, and then Ketterer and Sovic, yesterday's champion. We'll see what happens. As you can see, the clouds moving real quick as this new system is moving in. And
man, we got lucky.
Boy, we got fortunate, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So thank you, Mother Nature. Thanks to all the presidents that helped shape this great country. Happy President's Weekend to you all. Big Abe and George Washington, their birthdays are around mid-February, and this is a celebratory weekend where we get to thank them for everything that we have in this wonderful country.
Big thanks to the crew here, the race department, the mountain. It's just been a challenge, and these guys stepped up to every challenge and made it happen here. We've got an excellent track, and we've had tons of new snow, all the water we put down on this track to make it nice, and Snowcat driving this morning. Okay, here we go. Alex Casillas and Michael Ankeny coming out on track. Ankeny with the win after the first round with a 3.68 advantage. As his doors open quicker than Alex's. Let's see what Michael Ankeny has. Over the first jump, touching down. Ankeny out in front over the Spaniard.
That light got flat, didn't
Alex
it?
is really sideways up there. And a second jump off to the top bump. Here we come to the second jump. Things get tricky down here, too. Ankeny out front, controlling it nicely, trying to keep pressure on that outside ski, not let it get away, making those crucial pole plants to keep it going. Down the hill, it's the American Michael Ankeny with the advantage, coming to the finish. Across the line he goes.
Whoa.
It's Ankeny in third place.
Did you see Casillas? He was putting, there was another gate and a half there. He might have had Ankeny there. But great racing, big smiles by Ankeny. Casillas, really nice to see a new face on tour. Good luck with your college career at Westminster, and we look forward to seeing you come World Pro Ski Tour Taos time. And we are ready for the final throwdown showdown. Who's going to become the player from the Himalayas? Will it be Sovek going back-to-back wins here, or will Ketterer upset that mix and take a victory? It's all going to be over in the blink of an eye. Who's got the advantage?
So the advantage went to Ketterer after that first run. So Ketterer's doors will open first over on the red course side. The German, sponsored by Mazda, open for a victory like it was last year.
Nice
Out on
start.
track goes Ketterer. Who can put this together without making any mistakes? Ketterer smooth. Good edge angle, top of the turn. Oh, Sovek in trouble. Out he goes. We don't like to see it end like that. Tough break for Sovek, but David Ketterer back-to-back last weekend as the drone hovers overhead as David Ketterer works his way down the pitch. I don't think he knows if Sovek is gone. Can't feel him or hear him anymore. David Ketterer works the last pitch and into the final jump and into the flats. It's the German, Livy Jackson Hole. David Ketterer looks over his shoulder, finally realizes he's by himself. Ketterer with the win today. Unbelievable skiing for David Ketterer. Good battle between these two.
Yeah, so Ketterer and Sovek swapping positions from yesterday. Equal money for those two at Deer Valley, and both of them walking away with a watch. Let's see right here. Up top, he just gets a little bit hung up on this turn right here, and he gets onto his side and says, sayonara.
Yeah, I just got a little tipped in, as we say. Lost that outside ski, and it's party over, but
tipsy-turvy.
You got to finish all the runs to determine the champion. We'll get down to the finish and do the award ceremony, so join us out there shortly.
Yeah, go get him. Well, that there, my friends at home and here at Bear Valley, Hot Knuckles there by Hayden Scott, and we have ourselves a award ceremony coming up. What a fabulous turn of events out here. Nice, safe racing by everyone. Thank you, Bear Valley, and we'll come back in just a minute with the award ceremony. Small break right now.
So ask him a question. Because yesterday you did a full back turn.
Check 1, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony going to get underway in a few minutes, so gather around the finish corral so we can cheer these great athletes. Big thanks to everybody here at Bear Valley. What a challenge it's been. Everybody stepped up every day. Tim even sacrificed a piece of his finger for us. So what a great staff. Everybody was into it, making this happen. My friend Darby. Hey, buddy. Big thanks to the camera guys, man. It's a long day out here in the weather, so they do a fantastic job to stay warm, bring you all the action on the live stream. Barrett Stein and crew, John Jacobs in the finish corral here. Great course today, a challenge for everybody. John with reliable racing. Breakaway's got to work out today up there. So looks like the athletes are gathering around. So anybody wants to join us out here, feel free to come on over to the finish corral. Get yourself in the TV show. Check it all out on Fox Sports. So. Tim? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with it here. The award ceremony. Let's start with the ladies. In fourth place, Hedda Bernstein. Hedda, come on out to the corral. That's you, girl. Congratulations. And then in third place today, Henrietta Reason. Henrietta, come on out to the corral. Big smile on her face. Uncle E kept talking about her resume, wanted to find a podium spot, and here she is. And 2 years ago, your tour champion, Tove Norbe, in second place. The Gambler. How did anybody do on the gambling pool that Tove put together? All right, let's bring her up. Your defending tour champion, number 1 today, the Canadian Aaron Milzinski. Big hugs to each other. It was great this morning. They were all playing cards together. Who won the card game today? Not you. Well, you won what was important. So tell us about the snow today. It looked like there was, it was a challenge to find that right touch. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone felt like a rock star today. It was all about making the fewest mistakes possible and standing on your ski and tightening your core, and it was for sure tactical. So it was technique, but tactics today, so it made it really interesting for everyone, I think.
So it was a challenge for everybody, especially everybody watching was really entertained. Let's start with the men now. The Spaniard, a new rookie on tour, joining us here, Alex Montetassis. Come on out, Alex. So he's over there going, oh, my first time here, I get to go to the podium in fourth place today. Big smile on his face. Yeah, all around. Okay, number 2, from the United States, Michael Ankeny. He had a Buck Hill. skiing for Ham's Beer. The Land of Sky Blue Waters, Michael Ankeny. Always a smile on his face. And then your champion from yesterday and your tour leader, Christian Solveig from Norway, the rookie. All right, in the number 1 spot, he doubled that last weekend, but he's going to have to be satisfied with it today in the slalom. David Ketterer skiing for Mazda. So, David, tell us about your day out there. It was, like I said to Aaron, kind of hard to get the touch for the snow and get your foot in that rut and ride it.
Yeah, unbelievable. In the morning, I had no expectation of even making it to semis. Body's pretty beat up from yesterday, but I somehow started to get better with the body and started to loosen up. And then I think the worse the snow gets, it's maybe better for me because I'm better on bad snow. So I started to find a pretty good strategy in the semis to just figure out which gates to ski smart and which gates to attack really hard, and that seemed to work really well.
Well, excellent job closing the gap on him a little bit. He's got a big lead. Let's hear for all 4 of our men and women out here today. We've got some watches and some checks to give away. Tim Shipke. Tim, come on up and you give the check to the ladies. There's that nice $10,000 check from Sports Insurance, the sportsinsurance.com cup. And then it's ski legend Kyle Rasmussen. Kyle spent all day watering for 2 days. Big thanks to Kyle for helping us out here. So Aaron's got that nice Seiko watch. Couple of photos there. All right, so let's go on to the men now. John Franklin's going to present the watch to David Ketterer. These guys are banking in some watches there. And we're going to bring out the guy that had the pressure on today to set a course on this hill after we saw it this morning. Barrett Stein with a big check for David Ketterer. Come on out, dude. Oh, Michael. One thing about it, though, Michael's terrible for everybody. All right, David Ketterer. Big thanks to everybody here at Bear Valley. We're looking forward to coming back here. What a fantastic race hill. Got to be the best race hill we've got on the circuit here. Champagne. So, looks like we only have 3 bottles. So I get 1, David, you get 1, and Aaron gets 1. How am I going to put that down? Lean your checks against the backdrop there. You bet. Not me. We don't do that anymore. What are you doing with that third one?
I'm just going to give it as a sipper, like for
Drink it
everybody, so they
yourself.
can all drink it, yeah.
All right, let's hear it for him one more time. Your finalists here at the World Pro Ski Tour at Bear Valley. A few Celsius getting thrown around with that champagne, and I will exit stage right.